Okay. Are you ready, Marcus?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So it's been a while, but when we last left our heroes, um, you guys had returned home after, you know, a rough time on the sea, losing a lot of your friends, and you guys decided to remember them by, you know, doing everything that you think is right. Some of you got drunk, some of you didn't. Um, Jack ended up passing out on the beach, got his money stolen, and his alcohol, and it was a big old pain. Through some searching, you guys managed to find the culprits: a, a halfling named Tobias Halfhalt and a gnome named Jimmy Sticky Fingers. These two you coerced and kind of got to join your crew for the ship that you purchased from the governor, which is not quite done yet and is being made by Bulgar. You guys went over there, and uh, Yoki had some suggestions on things that they could do. Bulgar said he'd try, he'd excuse me, do it and take care of it, but the ship won't be ready for a little bit. And let's see what else happened. Um,
There we had a memorial for the
yes,
crew.
a funeral for the crew. A lot of people paid their respects. A well-to-do halfling, well-to-do halfling, right? Yes. Jesus, it's been a while. A well-to-do halfling asked you guys to join him and head to the vineyard because somebody's been stealing their grapes. You guys kind of put that on the back burner for now, and continued about with your quest to find some new crew members. And that's pretty much what happened last time. So at this point, I'm pretty sure you guys are back in your house, and yeah, you basically recruited the two small boys who stowed away and ended up here. And so yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Wrong button.
So we've got to go see a guy about his grapes.
Yeah, the patriarch of the family, Vern Grape Lover, asked you guys to join him on a mission to investigate what's happening at the vineyard.
Have we posted anything in town yet regarding hiring a crew?
I don't think so.
Okay, I think we should do that first.
Okay. Do you know where you want to go?
I think the smart bet would be
Tavern.
the Rusty Spoon. That's right.
Okay. You guys just head down to the Rusty Spoon.
Yes, Bucky will follow everybody.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys show up. It's I don't remember if you guys slept, but I think you did. I think it's just early morning now. Maybe. I don't know. We'll say it's early morning. You walk in, and Brutus is just kind of there. He's got a rag and he's wiping down the counter. There's nobody in there right now. It's too early in the morning for drinking.
So if it's early morning, how about Squawky? Can you come up with a poster or something we can post here? We come back later and see if there's any takers.
Yeah, I can see what I can do.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you've got like parchment and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just go ahead and do like a performance check or calligraphy kit check. Whatever you're just trying to do. I'm assuming you're just like writing a "Hey, help wanted" poster.
I've got the
Not
forgery
anything.
kit, but I could do performance. I guess I'm not very good at that. I'm probably better at the
Forgery
forgery
is
kit.
you're not really forging. I mean, I guess you could use it, but
I'm
you're
like,
just
there's
writing a
the
note.
cartographer's kit too.
Cartographers. Yeah, just use the forger kit. It's fine with a dexterity check because it's all writing. You're not forging anything, but it's just writing. Yeah. It says what you want it to say. I don't. How do you word it?
Did we have a name for the ship picked out yet, or anything?
Not yet.
I don't recall if you guys. I don't think you named it yet.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just go with kind of the generic, looking for crew members, any able-bodied crew members.
Okay.
Squawky, if you want to put the Reaper officer's home address on there, I can spend most of the day, well, getting caught up on some paperwork and interviewing people who stop by.
Yeah, Squawky will shrug and write down, our address and who to ask for.
Just come and get me when you head up to the vineyard.
Can do.
Okay. All right. You've got a help wanted poster up in the Rusty Spoon. So yeah. Jack, you're heading back home and
Yeah,
just gonna hang out there.
I'm probably going to spend most of the morning trying to explain to Blue how to what the information I need from someone, like their name and where they're staying.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you take him to like the office room, and you're like, and he's like, "Hey Jack, what do you need?"
Hey, Lude. So probably throughout the next few days, several people are going to be stopping by, looking to get hired on to our new ship. I'm probably not actually going to be here to talk to them throughout the next few days. So I need you to take down two things: their name and where they're staying. Are you with me?
I can't write.
Can you
Yeah.
remember those two things?
Uh,
Or how about this? How about this? Have them write down their name and where they're staying.
what if they don't know how to write?
What about Tobias or Jimmy? One of them could write.
Oh yeah, they here?
They're at the house.
Which one do I hate less? I can't remember.
Tobias is the halfling. Jimmy's the well-dressed gnome who stole all your shit and spent all your money.
All right, halfling it is.
you were calling him like shithead or something.
Fuck off. It was fuck off because that's what he said his name was.
Yeah, you're right.
It's you know, but you can have some shore leave. Fuck off.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'll pay you a gold piece a day if you stay here and take down the name and where they're staying of anyone who stops by looking for work.
Okay. How do I do that?
Do I have paper on me? I do not have paper on me. Let me go look for some paper.
Well, it's an office. There's probably paper in there.
So I'll dig out some paper and ink and quill, and I'll jot down like name, currently staying at the top of a sheet of paper, and say, have them write it down on this or write it down. Do you know how to write?
Let me look at my intelligence score. I don't know. I don't know how to write, Jack.
Does your friend know how to write?
I don't know. Let me go ask. He shuffles off. Comes back a couple moments later. Nope.
Today's just getting better and better.
Okay, so maybe what we want to do is go do the quest and then come back to the Rusty Spoon and just do the recruitment ourselves.
Door to door it is.
Isn't there someone else? The really nice lady?
I figured she'd be really heckin' busy, but that's true.
Yeah, I guess we could bug Victoria about this whole sort of thing.
Sorry, I don't know how to write. I'm like 16 and I grew up in the streets. I mean, not really something they teach you.
That's true.
School? You think these kids went to school? Shoosh.
I mean, I got kicked off to boot camp. That's the only reason I know how to write.
All right, well then let's go say hi to Victoria.
Okay. Yeah, you go to her house. It's right next door.
Knock, 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 knock. I don't remember the butler's name.
I don't either. Did I write the butler's name down? I don't think I wrote the butler's name down.
I did not either.
There's a butler for the governor's fort. Well, we'll say she doesn't have a butler today. She just opens the door. She's in a nightgown. She just kind of yawns. She's like, "Yeah."
Hey there, Victoria. We have a quest we need to do. Would it be okay if we referred new recruits to you for interviews?
Sure.
All right. We're gonna go post something in the Rusty Spoon. Do you think we should post anything anywhere else?
Maybe at the docks.
Oh, that's a good idea. We're gonna poach other people's crew members.
Yes. I think she was on the crew for close to I think I said 200 years. She's an elf. He's a dragon. They both live really long. Okay. How close do you have to be?
It's gonna be like 30 feet.
Okay. So 300 feet of any dragon. Okay.
That's cool.
She's like, yeah. I mean, it'll help, but we got to kind of know where he's at. Yeah. Well, thanks. I'll take care of the looking at some crew members. At least I'll write them down so that you guys can interview them.
Perfect.
Okay.
Squawky, can you make one more poster for us to put down at the docks?
Can you make like a dozen posters and then we can just post them everywhere?
You want them all to look the same?
Sure.
Yeah, he'll just crank out a shit ton that look
Okay.
exactly the same.
Give me one more roll.
You want the forgery again?
Sure. With dexterity.
Not bad. Could be worse.
Yeah. Look, they all look about the same. The DC's not very high because you're just writing a help wanted poster. It's not like you're trying to like copy anything or forge anything. It's very straightforward. Help wanted, go here, leave your name, where you're staying, blah blah blah. Yeah. You guys can put them up around town if you want.
Yeah. I'll set off. I'll head out. Okay, what was that like underground place that I went to last time?
In the abandoned house.
Yeah, the house was up there. It didn't really have a name. It's just kind of like the black market.
Yeah. I'll post a couple of posters in the black market area.
Like upstairs, or are you trying to get downstairs?
I want to try and get downstairs. He's just in the well.
Yeah.
I mean,
you go in the abandoned building and you're like, I'm gonna put a poster right here. You go in there and Ty's like, hey Jack, what's up?
hey, we're looking for some crew. Do you mind hanging a couple of posters in the black market? If you're busy, do you mind if I head down and hang them up?
Sure, go for it. He just opens the stairway. And you go down, there's like a poster board. And you just put one on there. There's other things on there.
Okay. I want to look for any other crew recruitment posters on the board.
On the board?
Yeah.
No, there aren't any that are specifically for crew recruitment.
Okay.
You were
Were you
gonna
gonna take it
down, weren't you?
Yeah.
Take them down. Well, I'll hang a few up there. People
Okay.
love to take things.
You gotta like cut like strips at the bottom. You know how it's got like a phone number on it, and you just rip a piece off. You've seen those posted on poster boards.
Yeah.
I'll take one over to Bulgar's boats.
Okay. Yeah, you just go in the office and, for the sake of expediency, she says yes.
Okay.
You just post one there. Anywhere else you guys want to just throw them up?
The lovely lady and the humble hotel.
Oh,
Okay.
and the general store too.
The lovely lady does not allow you to post your paraphernalia,
Okay.
but the humble hotel, yeah,
Can we?
sure, yeah. Just throw
Can
them
we
up all over town.
Can we stick it on the outside of the lovely lady, just kind of around the side to where they can't really like notice it right off the bat, just to be a shit?
You mean the alleyway where they might be doing some of their business?
Like
Yeah.
across, or like.
Oh, you
The
won't let us do it
building
inside.
adjacent?
We'll put it outside somewhere,
You
right
can
in
if
front.
you want, but it's not a good look
Can we put it on one
because
of the
it's literally got your
adjacent-
guys' name on it, and like you
Contact
guys
information.
know that the lovely lady is like off limits for shenanigans.
Well, knowing that, what about the building to the left of it?
Sure, go for it.
We'll put it on the building
Somebody's
next to
house, just throwing it on somebody's house.
Yeah.
Yes, there are boats docked, but they're two merchant vessels that belong to the town, to the governor. Well, I mean,
Oh, I thought one of them was like the Empire merchant vessel or whatever, or pirate hunting vessel.
that one already left. It's been a week.
Okay.
They came, restocked, and left. But the other two ships that are moored there are merchant vessels that belong to the town.
It's gonna be great to go on there and be like, "Have you considered piracy?"
Is there a prison here or a jail?
Yeah, there would. Let's see. What do we want to call the jail and the sheriff?
Oh, I was wondering if they'd just be the basement of the governor's fort, or
No, there'd
separate
actually be
entity.
a spot. Yeah, we'll go.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Grim the Reaper?
What? Why did that? There we go.
Figure if somebody's getting out and they might need some work, I mean, come sailing on a merchant vessel. It's, good, clean work. Might keep them out of trouble because it's a merchant vessel.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you can post one there. You see a wanted poster with Captain Grimm on it.
I'm assuming that's just for posterity. Like the actual governor wouldn't hand over Captain Grimm.
I don't know. Make an insight check.
Oh, I am not very insightful.
No, I mean you're like, oh man, I'm worried. Are they gonna try to arrest the captain when he comes back?
I'd feel sorry for the town guard trying to arrest him.
Right.
The only way they could is if he let them.
Something like that, yeah. Pretty long time. Okay. Anywhere else? I mean, you got them basically posted at all the major points in town that have been pointed out so far.
Yeah, everything else probably looks residential. So, I mean, I personally hate it when people leave flyers on my doorstep. So,
Well, I mean, Squawky already put one on someone's house.
oh, that's right.
Just to be facetious, the gatehouse to the east here, is that
Uh-huh.
is that fairly well traveled?
The eastern
I
gatehouse?
figure.
Not really.
Okay. What about the northern one?
Yes, the northern one is the most traveled because the northern leads to the it leads to the Everfont and it leads to the vineyard, the Grape Lover Vineyard. So that one's
Figure
the
we might
most traveled.
stick one there. Maybe somebody passing by might see it and be interested.
Sure.
And any public notice boards that we're aware of, like, is there one in the? I assume as well as like in a town square or something or town center. Is there any public notice boards?
Not really. They're the when Victoria said the dock, that's kind of where the public notice boards are because so much of the
Okay.
traffic goes through the dock.
Cool. I think we got it.
Yeah. Poor Victoria will hopefully be swamped with requests.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll head to the vineyard.
Sounds good. Itchy for some action.
I mean, so he told you to let him know when you're ready. I don't think he told you because he said that he's gonna travel back to the vineyard with a caravan of stuff.
Oh, so he's in town and he wants us to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I was thinking he was just outside of town, but it sounds like he's a ways away.
He's here in town. Oh yeah,
So
I mean
he's here in town, but the vineyard's a little.
the
ways
vineyard's
away.
about a day's travel to the north.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I mean, did he tell us where he was staying?
I don't think anyone asked.
I don't remember asking either. I think.
Run into him at?
Well, let's go ask the Humble Hotel, I guess. That would be a good option.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head over to the Humboldt Hotel. And Pietro's there. He's like, my friends, how can I help you?
Do you happen to have a Vern or Carlos Grape Lover staying here?
Oh, yes, Vern is staying here. Carlos works next door.
Ah, okay. Could you give him a message, let him know that the crew he hired is ready to help him out?
Of course.
I guess we'll be at the Reaper officer's home.
Well, yeah.
I will tell him I will tell him to swing by.
Thanks, Pietro.
Yeah, you guys wait about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so? And
Only like 42 feet away.
Uh-huh. You guys wait about 30 minutes, and then you hear a knock on the door. Blued goes and opens it. Hey, Jack, Vern's here.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you, Blood. Vern, come in. Come in.
Hello. Yes, I've heard that you guys have decided to come help.
Yes, I think we're just about ready to go. Did you want to leave today or first thing in the morning?
I believe it's early enough. We could leave today.
Let me go see if the rest of the crew are ready. Gather up my crewmates.
Okay.
Ready to go, Captain? I mean, Jack. Captain
Hey,
Jack.
Jack, you want me to come with you?
Blood, having some extra muscle would be fantastic. I'd be delighted.
He runs and grabs his ginormous blunderbuss that's like taller than all of you. And he's got his axe, and he's like, "All right, ready to go."
Me too.
And Vern's like, "If you will follow me, please." And you guys head to the northern gate. There's a caravan of 3 covered wagons waiting there. He's like, "These my wagons have been ready to go for a couple days, but we were in no hurry. So, if you will join me, please."
Do we get to ride in the wagons, or do we have to walk?
The wagons are full of stuff.
Oh,
And
okay, so we're walking.
each one has a driver, and they have a gunner. The passenger is holding a flintlock rifle.
Fun little side note, that's where the phrase shotgun for calling for seat comes from.
Ah.
Okay. And you guys, you begin to head north into the jungle.
You epic adventure music.
Yeah, I don't have any music.
Ah. Do we at least have an epic jungle montage?
Let's see.
Neat.
It's fancy.
Oh.
And then while we're traveling, Squawky's gonna summon Cianrath just to have him.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
He is the goodest of boys.
startled me. I was like, what the hell?
Ambient music, ambient sounds. There, got sound.
Neat.
Yeah, Cyanrath's there.
I do have a standing desk.
Nah, it's a magic floating desk.
It's no longer attached to the ground. It's now levitating.
You just casted a spell on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us live our
The
dreams.
caravan begins to move out. You guys are traveling through the jungle. If anybody wants to, talk while you're going, feel free. You're playing fetch with Squawky's pet.
I love that.
I mean, Squawky'd be totally chill with it.
Okay.
I mean, he's the size of a dog, so I mean, yeah,
Perfect.
he's a nice friggin' dog.
Okay. Yeah. While you guys are on the first about hour or so of the trip, is anybody keeping watch?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Squawky'd be keeping his eyes peeled.
Go ahead and the two of you give me perception checks.
Why keep watch when you can't be surprised?
Oh yeah, you are alert. That's you have alert, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't be surprised, but
I-
your teams can.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. First hour goes by. No issues. Ian Burns like, how are you holding up back there?
Everything looks good, sir.
More walking than I'm used to.
Yes, I suppose you are pirates. Used to being on the high seas, and now you're trudging it down here with us pedestrians.
Well, at least the floor is a lot more stable.
This guy is far richer than even Captain Grimm. And you would know, and you know this because the wine that grows here is it's like the most famous wine in the realm, like the entire world, because the Everfont water is magical, and that water feeds the irrigation for the grapes. So it's like the magic like transfers into the roots and the vines and the grapes. So it's just like the most delectable wine in the realm. So that's why one of the reasons why the governor was making another merchant ship was to get more out there to keep up with the demand. Give me a sleight of hand check for your whisper. 22. You rolled a natural 19. He didn't hear you. All right, for the second hour, I guess we'll just keep with the two people that are keeping watch. Another perception check from Catris and Squawky, please.
Ooh, baby.
Squawky's really paying attention.
Yeah,
Maybe
yes,
introvert.
he is. Okay. You guys, I mean, you spot a lot of, I mean, Squawky spots a few animals here and there, mostly birds and lizards running around, but nothing threatening so far. Right. And for the third hour, if nobody else wants to do any more talking, I need another perception check.
Ah, that's better.
Okay. So Catris, and during the third hour, hears something larger moving in the jungle.
Hatris, what do your elf ears hear?
Are you an elf?
Half elf.
That's not a real elf.
I still have elf ears.
That's
Sort of.
racist.
Hey, Jack, do you hear that off in the distance? Sounds.
I mean, Captain passive perception of 20, yes.
Sounds like something big's moving.
I do hear that. Do I see that?
Give me a perception roll. You do not see with your passive perception.
Squawky would like to get his musket ready.
Okay. Sure. 11. Yeah. There's quite a few dangers here. Snakes, lizard folk. It doesn't have a name. but you guys aren't super familiar with it. You spend a lot of time on the boat. Jack cannot be surprised, but unluckily, a certain little doggo running around chasing sticks can be surprised.
Uh-oh.
No.
So I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, I should have clicked my king token first.
Oh, look,
I did a
snakes.
bad.
Oh, look, Snick.
But I'll still.
Oh, why is everybody okay?
What?
What?
All, all the old characters like showed up on there,
Huh.
but it was clear when I first rolled, and so I don't know what happened. I don't know what my first roll was. Hold on, it was a 5. So let's see. What did everybody roll for their first initiative roll? Jack had a 21.
Got
I
it.
got a 9.
Oh, you can change it. Okay,
Yeah, I can at least change my own. So.
gotcha. Squawky had a 9. So Catrus is gonna have to roll again and change the number.
Okay.
You rolled a 12 and 11, so you know.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll change Squawky since he's not here.
Thank you, Zach.
What?
I guess I better put this guy on the turn list too.
Oh, he goes right after me. Tanrath does.
Oh no, I was talking about this guy.
Oh.
That guy.
Blued was not ready. But anyway, so you guys are now in initiative. A couple, you have noticed the 2 giant constrictor snakes that are bearing down on the poor little Cyan Wrath doggo, who was just having fun chasing sticks into the jungle. First up is Jack.
How do we play this game again?
I don't know how you played this game. You're a swashbuckler.
Actually, are diagonals like every other square is 10 feet?
So the way I do it is the first diagonal is 5 feet, and every diagonal after that is 10 feet.
Okay, so that would be 25. That would be 5, and then should be in short range for the.
For your pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 30-60? Oh, 30-90. Okay. Yeah, 22 to hit. I mean, you kind of you flank around Yoki a little bit. You get your sword out in one hand, your pistol in the other, and or unless you're doing dual pistols right now.
Dual pistols for now.
Okay, so you haven't pulled your sword yet. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Why is shape water in my face all of a sudden?
Sorry. I was trying to collapse it and I clicked on the wrong thing.
The snakes have an armor. Okay. I don't know why their armor class isn't showing up on the tokens. There we go.
I
All right.
assume my offhand shot would have missed, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're just like, and the first shot slams into the snake's hide. I just know that this is gonna just be annoying, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Sweet. Cool. All right. And it just turns towards you. Anything else for?
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Now it's Yoki's turn.
Quickest gun on the island.
Okay. Probably not.
You
No.
don't like the idea of a flamethrower? Let's just burn it all down. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. How long does that take?
Creating the Eldritch Cannon, I believe it's just an action for him to create it.
Okay.
Right?
Is there any way you can turn up your mic on your end? I've got you maxed out, Jordan, and you're kind of quiet.
Yeah, so it's an action to create a smaller, tiny cannon.
Not particularly. I don't know. It didn't seem like it changed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine too.
I drew a cannon.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So it's an action to summon it. I'm assuming you can't shoot it yet. Oh, you cut out. Sorry. Takes an action to summon it. Does it as a bonus action to shoot it, or
It's a bonus action to shoot the cannon. So it's an action to summon it and then a bonus action to shoot it.
Jordan, your audio keeps cutting out.
Yeah, that's the audio cutting out might be Discord's auto detect.
Yeah, you were just fine right up until this point when you were trying to figure out the tank.
can't do it again until you finish a long rest, or if you spend a spell slot. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Has an AC of 18. I mean, if you made a tiny one, you could hold it and shoot it. Force ballista, range spell attack, blah 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 blah. K K K K K. Yeah. Yep. A D20, and on your spell sheet it should say range spell attack at the top. So you roll a D20 and then add whatever that number is. On your spell sheet, it'll have a DC, and a ranged or a spell attack number.
Probably going to be like a +6. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's proficiency.
Well, you rolled a
plus
3.
Whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
So the cannon just you're like you magically summon a cannon in one action, 6 seconds. So yeah, and it just turns, it fires into the woods, just blasting chunks off of trees and completely missing the snakes entirely. And you're like, man, I haven't used this thing before. Clunk clunk. Okay. It is now Catrus's turn.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at this guy. Oh wait, I have the wrong thing selected. Sorry, this guy.
Like, which guy?
Okay. 18 to hit, yeah. Snakes should be. Nope, guess not. Okay. You just summon the ray of frost from your. Do you fire from your hands or from your arcane implement?
I'm a high hands.
Okay. So you just hold the. What do you use? You got a staff, right? Or a wand?
No, do you mean my focus?
Yeah. What's your focus?
It's a pendant.
Oh, okay. So you clutch the pendant and a beam of frost from your hands, and it slams into the sniggy snake. But crazy enough, they're not like, they don't take extra damage from frost. And then their speed is reduced by 10. Got it. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna move forward a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Squawky's turn.
Is Zach awake?
I don't know. Zach, are you awake?
What?
It's,
I didn't hear you.
It's Squawky's turn.
Sorry, everyone keeps cutting out. Alright, so it's my turn. Okay, yeah, the turn order just switched. Alright, I'm gonna shoot the one Catrus shot at, and then I'm gonna tell Cianrath to get his ass over here.
Okay. It's
You
still
sound fine.
quiet, but
Oh.
the noise gate. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you bring up your rifle and you fire it, and it slams into the snake, and takes a good chunk of snake off with it.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna have Cianrath double time it back to us. Does that area that he's in count as difficult terrain?
No.
Okay.
But he is going to trigger 2 attacks of opportunity because the sniggy snakes have reach.
Oh.
Bastards.
no.
His AC is 16.
I think they count as flanking too, right? Or do they need to be adjacent, even if
the flanking rules, house rules, so it's up to you.
So reach would count as flanking? I mean, flanking's actually in the book, I think. It's just you don't have to use it, right?
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
not
much.
sure about that. I thought it was.
Or it's a 3 or it's
I
a
believe
3.5
flanking
thing
is
that
like
some people use. I don't know.
That's what I think it is.
Optional.
Anyway, I always use flanking in my games because it helps the team and it helps
makes
the
sense.
bad guys. It's kind of a
Yeah. I don't have anything against it. You can rule however you want on the reach thing.
Yeah, I
Is it-
think
don't
with
know if
reach,
it's-
they still would consider be threatening from both sides. So I'm gonna say Cyan Wrath takes 8 damage from the first one.
Okay.
The second one, 15 points of piercing damage.
He's still alive.
Good boy.
3 HP in a dream.
2 HP.
2 HP
yeah.
in a dream. Okay.
At least they're not poisonous.
This is very
They are
true.
not. They are not
That
poisonous.
and now he's within 30 feet of everybody, so now he can start using his reaction.
Nice. Anything else for your turn, Squatky?
Nope, that'll do it.
Okay. Now it's Blue's turn. He's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to... Let's see. He's going to swing his great axe at the snake on the right. And he's a fighter, so he doesn't get his second attack yet. Oh my goodness. We're not level 5 yet.
Oh noes.
But he does 12 points of damage. He just hacks into the snake.
Add D6 lightning damage to that. From Cyan Wrath.
Ooh.
You want to roll it for him?
Yay, one more.
Yeah, get your ones out for stuff like this.
So Cyan Wrath like breathes on his axe as he goes to swing it. So he slams the axe into the snake, taking off a good, chunk of it, and then a little bit of. He's like, he kind of looks at the axe like, it's rubbing your feet on the freaking rug and touching someone. All right, now it's the snake's turn.
Hey, that shit can hurt, It may not actually cause damage, but it hurts.
This one's not happy with this situation here.
That's rude.
He got shot by a cannon.
And a gun.
This one got. Oh wait, the cannon missed. You're right. So he should bite Jack. Got it.
No, the cannon.
This one just got whacked by Blood, and Blood's up in his face, so he's gonna. That's a weird, freaking huge tile, large tile thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna give him advantage for being threatening with the other snake. It's a weird angle thing. So he's going to. Well, they get to do one thing or the other. So this one's gonna bite Blood. It's just the regular attack, so Blood takes 7 points of damage. Ah! And then the other one's going to bite Jack. Jack, you only have 27 HP total?
Yeah.
Him's not a healthy boy.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
You take 11 points of piercing damage as the snake just clamps onto your shoulder, and you're like, ah!
Oh, no, that's not right.
Negative 11?
Actually have it do the math.
You can.
Or is
If you
it-
just
no.
minus 11 and hit enter.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna think. No, that's highlighting the whatever. Oh, there. Minus 11. If I do it on the token rather than the character sheet.
Yeah, I think. Wait, if you do it on the character sheet, it should still work.
No, it's just a free text. At least when I was clicking on the current hit points, it's just a free text and it registers whatever I put in there. So if I put like a minus 11, it's
yeah, you would have to just use the up and down arrows.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's the two snakes' turn, so it's back around to Jack. It bit me.
25.
This is why you brought Blood, because none of you have hit points.
30. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. My token probably just jumped all over the place. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Sorry, Oki, this really hurts. and go this way. I assume I can move through the cannon?
I think so.
Okay. Hippity hoppity.
I don't see why not. You just it's like
Cool.
barely off the ground. It's like this big.
And then I'm gonna shoot the one that everybody else is shooting.
Okay. Oh yeah, 22.
Blam, blam.
17 damage. And the snake it's bleeding from multiple places. It's definitely looking hurt.
And that'll be my. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't fire the second shot, right?
Right, I couldn't fire the second shot.
Because you
Sorry.
bonus action disengaged.
Yeah.
It's still looking pretty hurt.
That'll be my turn.
It's Yoki's turn. Now facing a sniggy snake all by himself. Do you have speak with animals? Okay. It's a free action. Okay. Have at thee. Mm-hmm. Why did that not come up as red?
Yeah, that was a 1.
Huh. Maybe. Anyway, you try to stab it and miss completely, and it's kind of like dangling around a tree. And so you stab your sword into the tree, and you try to pull it out, and you're like, uh-oh. Shoot her! Clever girl. Okay. 9 plus. When you type /roll d20, you can hit the plus sign, and then you can, so it all does it in one. Yeah. And then that way, if you just hit the up arrow, it'll go back to the previous rolls you've done, and then you can just hit enter, so you don't have to type it out every time. Yes, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage, which, what was it, 2d8 for the cannon? Okay. Wow, 15 points of force damage? Force damage. Moved 5 feet back.
Bam.
It knocks it out of the tree and kind of down onto the ground behind it. Yep, it's stuck. It's going to take an action to get it out of the tree. You rolled a 1. Now remember, the snakes can bite. Okay. Right, yeah. Rip apart the poor little doggo, yeah. Okay. It's Catriss's turn.
Can I see just how damaged these guys are looking?
Yeah. I mean, they look pretty beat up.
Okay, so not on their last legs then. I'm going to cast a twin spell Chaos Bolt.
Okay. 12 to hit? No, 12 is their AC.
Oh, shoot. Okay. And then I guess that is my turn then.
Okay. Not gonna move or anything? Just stay there?
Yeah, I'm just going to stay there. They're within range.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you clutch your emblem and Chaos Bolt! What element is the Chaos Bolt?
I think.
It's
Do I
the
have to?
five. You go off the numbers you rolled,
Okay.
and you pick.
Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack damage type.
So you rolled a 4 and a 1. So you could pick either one of those.
Oh, let's use force.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if you start throwing fire Chaos Bolts in the middle of a jungle in the summertime, might be bad. Anyway, you fire it and it just slams into the tree, and the tree kind of just crumples and like starts to go. And the snake just like. And now it's Squawky's turn.
Squawky's just gonna shoot the one he was shooting before.
Okay. Oh, would you look at that?
Ouch.
You're like, you bit my freaking doggo. You just sight down and blam, and it just hits it right in the head. It's not dead, but like it's like definitely bleeding heavily, and it's kind of like woozy in the tree.
Yep, that's all I've got.
Okay. So it's Blue's turn.
Shamrock's
He's like,
just gonna hang out right there.
oh, gonna get it. And he takes a hack at the one that just got shot in the dome with this button right here. Ooh, well, 12 doesn't quite hit, so he just misses and slams his axe into the tree in like the spot where it crumpled from the force damage, and just and the tree goes. He's like, oh, sorry. That's his turn done. Oh, let's see. Snake doesn't like the fact that keeps getting shot by a freaking guy that's running away. But this guy's the closest, so he's just gonna go grab that guy. This one's gonna try to bite Blood, because Blood's there. That's the wrong character sheet. That's okay. Against Blood, 9's not gonna hit him though. And against Yoki, 19 to hit. Okay, 11 points of piercing damage as it finds a fleshy bit, like it bites into your shoulder, but it also catches like its jaw on your tortoiseshell, and you feel the bottom fangs just sink into your shoulder, and you're like, ah, ouch, kabibbles. That's it for them. So back around to Jack.
I should have picked up better armor while I was in town. Let's go. I should do some measuring.
You guys could have tried to do shopping, but you didn't.
Hey, you're right. So is all this brush in the area actually here? Like, could I use it to hide?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
20. Yeah, let's go.
Bonus action hide.
Oops.
I hide.
Here for 15 or 20 feet of movement. And as I'm running forward, I'm gonna holster my pistols and pull up my. Oh, Yogi's right next to him again. God damn it.
Yep.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay. Or did you want a bonus action hide?
I do. Let me do that.
I
was trying to think whether I wanted to do it before or after, so I didn't get bit. But
gotcha. Stealth roll. Yeah, you feel pretty hidden.
So I roll with advantage?
Yep.
I forgot my sneak attack.
Snack attack? Snack attack versus the snacks. Okay, yeah. You as you rush through the brush, and you just kind of dip and dodge and break its line of sight, and then you come out and just you have your piercing weapon, so just a nice right towards its like jaw, and it rears back its head as you slam your sword into it for 16.
Yep. And I'm gonna like roll 10 feet.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Now it's Yoki's turn. Yes. Okay. Your cutlass is just stuck in the tree, so you're like, well, shit. And as the smoke from the pistol clears, you realize that you just didn't hit it. Okay. No, the 9 does not hit. I mean, it just flies right past it, hitting another, slamming through some trees in the background, breaking off branches. Okay.
Yoki, it's terrifying being downrange from you.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Which one?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to select
you're
this
like,
one here.
You're like, oh man, miss with my chaos bolt, and he concentrates real hard, and the ray just hits it in the head and just freezes the head completely solid, and it has like this look of like terror on the snake's face, frozen in time, and it just falls out of the tree.
Yes.
It only had 3 HP,
And that's my turn?
after freaking Squawky shot it in the dome. just blued mist, and nobody else was hitting it.
Yay for overkill.
Yep.
Yes.
You're like, yes. And you notch 1 kill on your freaking pendant.
That's not my first kill, I swear.
Okay. Squawky's turn.
Alright, Squawky's gonna move over and shoot the last one standing.
Okay. Yeah, 19 hits.
And then
Upside
I'll
down.
add a d6 from Cianrath.
Cyanrath breathes on your rifle, and the charge charges the bullet inside, and you fire it out, and slams into the snake, and you can actually see the like lightning skitter across its scaly hide this time, rather than just being a little. It's looking pretty hurt.
That's all Squawky's got.
So it's Blue's turn. He's gonna be like, Jack, get out of the way, and he's just gonna like shove you.
Ow.
Do you let him shove you?
Yeah.
Okay. He pushes you 10 feet this way. He's like, got this! And he swings his axe. 22 to hit. And just lops the head of the snake off. He's like, Jack, did you see what I did?
I'm gonna stand up out of the bush, dust myself off. Yes, Blue. Very, very well done.
Are you
was a
okay?
great kick.
It bit you.
I think I need a bandage.
Hey, Yoki, are you okay? It bit you too. They also bit me, but I'm tough.
I love him so much.
Okay, yeah, combat's over. You
It's just like, I can't wait till the day that they die, that I get to kill Blood.
What?
You're just like, I can't wait to kill Blood because they all love him.
Oh.
Dude, you already killed like 28 NPCs.
Can't get
Yeah,
much
but-
worse than that.
We didn't care about those NPCs.
You did though. If your character did, you might not have. Those were people that had served on that ship for years with you guys. You wouldn't have known all of them. We just didn't get a chance for you to know them personally because they all died in episode 2.
Let's say Game of Thrones.
You yank on it, and Blue's like, "Oh, Yoki, I can help you with that," and hands it to you. Maybe don't miss next time. Okay. If anybody doesn't want to do anything else, we will continue with the journey.
Perhaps a short rest before we continue on.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Blue's like, "Hey, Squawky, can you cook up one of these here snakies?"
I can certainly try, and then I'll start
Just a
working
chef.
on cooking up some of the snake and see if I can't get some extra snake meat.
Yeah.
for
You're a
later.
chef, so when you do a short rest and people use hit dice, you can feed people, and they get extra health back.
How much extra health?
It's part of the feat. I don't know. I think it's like a D6 or D8. I think.
It's so much words.
You can you get an extra D8 when you regain hit points with a hit die, and when you finish a long rest, you can make treats that give you temporary hit points. So if you use a hit dice, you can get an extra D8 on top of that. Blue's gonna use one hit die, and he's back to full. I don't know how you heal Cyan Wrath.
He has hit dice that he can spend too.
Oh. You can affect up to what? 4 plus your proficiency, so 6 people. So yeah, you can do the whole party. But I don't think you or Catrice got hit.
Nope. So it'll be everyone else.
So yeah, you set up, you make a little campfire. Luckily, there's wood everywhere, and a tree actually got knocked down. So Blue just kind of hacks it into some logs with his axe, and you make a quick little campfire. You get your cooking utensils out. Go ahead and just give me like a roll for how good your. What was that?
Cianrath's hit dice.
Oh, gotcha.
Jesus.
Yeah, he
It's
was
D10s
he was
apparently.
he was at 2. Yeah, they're D10s, and he has basically the same amount of hit dice I do.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a roll with your cook's utensils. Give me a intelligence or wisdom, whichever one you want to use for making snake kebabs.
Ooh, nummy.
I don't know what you want to try to make here, but something out with the snakes that Blue asked you to cook up. Okay.
It's not
well,
amazing, but not terrible.
It's a solid meal. Blue just like everybody has like a bit to eat, and then Blue just eats the rest of the snake. And this was, I mean, they're huge critters, so it was a lot of snake. And he's like, oh, so full. All right, let's go. Yeah. After your guys' short little rest, you get a nice snake meal, and Vern's just kind of like the caravan's just waiting there on the road for you guys. Like, it's like, oh, fought some snakes, huh? All right.
Can I also make like a couple of treats too with the snake? Because they're 2 huge snakes.
1 hour of work, and when you finish a long rest, or when you finish a long rest.
Oh, that's a long rest, not a short rest. Okay.
Yeah. You usually make them in the morning. Like, and the hour of work, you were taking a short rest, so I would say you wouldn't have been like working hard at making the treats. So
Okay, that's fine. Did we have any snake meat left over from either snake? Or did
Yeah.
Blue scarf it all
I
down?
mean, no. You cooked one snake. They're huge, so it fed all you guys and Blued. Like the other snake is still there. With it, you just ate the one that Blued cut the head off of because the other one had a frozen dome. It was like, I don't know, cold meat.
Kind of gross. Yeah, well, we've got carts with us. Are they empty or are they full?
The carts are full.
I'll ask the guy we're traveling with if he's got any room for this snake, or see if Blued wants to carry it.
He looks at the snake and he's like, "That's a pretty large snake." I don't remember what accent I used for this guy, so we're changing it. I don't have room for that. Sorry.
Hey,
That's
Blue,
cool. We brought supplies.
Blue, do you want to drag this snake with us? We can have more snake later if you do.
That's a really big snake, Squawky.
Hey, Squawky, I'm gonna have to go with Blue on this one. It's we brought supplies and rations. Your cooking was fantastic, but I don't think it's worth dragging another corpse along with the caravan.
I could cut a little bit off if you want the snake meat.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, he chops off about a foot of the tail of the snake. The snake is still like a good foot around. So like a foot, it's a big chunk of meat.
Can totally make a nice thick snake stew with that later.
Yeah. He's like, here, have Catrice freeze it. It'll last longer.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
You just hit it with a ray of frost.
Do you want me to roll for it?
No.
Okay.
God, yes, I want you to roll for it to see if you freeze poor Blue's hand as he holds it out to you.
Explode.
Like you're not trying to do damage, but if you roll a 1, you're shooting your friend.
Rolls a 2.
Okay.
4. You very carefully like freeze it over, and you're like, oh yeah, that'll freeze it for a couple hours before it melts in the hot jungle.
Nice.
And then you can just freeze it again, or just keep it frozen. Anyway, you guys continue along the path, the well-traveled path through the jungle. And for the next hour, I need the people keeping watch to make perception checks. An 8 from Squawky and a 7 from Catrice.
I mean, I've got that 15 passive, though.
Yeah, and Jack has a 20 passive.
Hey, at level 8, I'll have a 20 passive when I take Observant.
You get on my level.
The human rogue
levels.
is already observant. Yeah, you do not spot anything out of the ordinary. And as you move through the jungle, the day begins to the sun begins to dip on the horizon, and you show up. You arrive at the Grape Lover Estate. Before you see a walled compound. The walls stand about 15 feet high or so. They're like wooden palisades, but they have a platform for people to stand on. You see some mostly halflings patrolling the upper wall with pistols and rifles tailored to their size, so smaller than general. You do see a couple like medium-sized beings sitting up on the wall. They're like sitting because the wooden palisades are more designed for halflings to be able to see over. Because this is a halfling family, and so there's a lot of them here. And they shout, they're like, "Open the gates!" And the gates open. And why do people? Okay. As soon as I click off roll 20, I hear the notification noise. I'm like, what? Why? The second I clicked off of it. Yeah, and you can see over the walls a beautiful chateau. And like it's just, I mean, just think like the French style chateaus from, you know, history, that just a beautiful estate. And it's made entirely out of white marble, which you guys would know is another export of Everfont Isle. It's mined from the mountains here. Or mountains. The mountain here, I think. Let me look. Where's my map?
It looks like there's a range of mountains.
Where's my map? I don't have it. Hold on. From the mountain range here, marble is.
P-Brain.
And everybody left. What? Yeah. But as you guys pass through the gates, you can see that there are warehouses that line the edge of the walls. And like you can see that the walls here protect the compound. But as there's another gate that leads out towards the vineyard to the west. That is just surrounded by a wire fence. You can see families running around. There's kids, you know, running in packs, and just people going about their business, hauling, you know, baskets of grapes to the warehouses to get, you know, stomped on to make the wine. But the ratio of people here is about 75% of the people here are halflings, and the other 25% are just other races. So mostly halflings. And it's, you know, it's a family run business. So like Vern is the patriarch, but you know, he's got siblings, they've got kids, they've got kids, you know. And as you go in, the group, you guys are all greeted by an elderly halfling woman who is stained up to her elbows in purple. She has an easy smile on her face, and you know this woman. She's Vern's wife. Her name is Eve. And next to her is an older halfling, but not as old as Vern. And you also know this man to be Yusef, great lover, Vern and Eve's eldest son. He looks very grumpy and has resting pissed face. Vern hops off the cart and gives his wife a smooch on the cheek, and she goes, welcome. So you're here to help us with our thief problem.
That's right, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Yusef steps forward and he's like, you know, Vern, we don't need outsider help. We can take care of the problem. And Vern kind of looks at his son and he goes, well, where are we going to get extra people to investigate the thefts? Would I send you, my chief of security, out there and leave the compound unguarded with our guards? No, that makes no sense. You must protect the families. Plus, the crew of the Reaper is in need of work after they lost their ship. And Yusef kind of huffs loudly and storms off, not having an answer to his father's questions. Vern looks at you guys and he goes, my son is in charge of security and has taken it personally that someone would steal from us. His heart is in the right place, but sometimes he doesn't think situations through to their fullest. Please, come inside. And he leads you inside the chateau. It's very nice inside, but it's mostly rustic decor. And he leads you along the bottom floor and to his office. And he sits down behind a large desk and pulls out a map of the vineyard. Did I draw a map? I don't think I drew a map of the vineyard. I did not. Okay. And he goes, the pickers have been harvesting the latest crops of the grapes, but on the western side, whole baskets of grapes have disappeared after they're being picked. Uh, When when people looked, they found footprints, but no one could recognize what kind of footprints they are. There's a clan of lizard folk that lives in the jungle to the north, but they are a peaceful clan, and they trade with us and the city. And we know what lizard folk prints look like. They weren't lizard folk. Other than that, that's all we have to go off. They should be, yes. It has not rained since. Absolutely. But we will, perhaps we can agree on a price. I can pay you 1,000 gold to investigate and report back what you find. Plus, I will put another 1,000 gold on the table for, let's call it hazard pay, if you end up fighting something. Honestly, I would just like to know what it is. I mean, they took the whole basket, so I assume they can carry them. But I don't know. If we know what they are, we can better prepare for the next time they come. If you can avoid it, it's up to you, but if you have to fight whoever the thieves are, I don't mind. That's what the hazard pay is for. If you can avoid it, by all means. But if you do end up having to fight someone, I will give you extra money because, well, you should get paid extra if you put your bodies on them.
Yoki, you're too kind. Dealing with the problem, a permanent solution usually works best.
Well, as we've seen with the halfling, with Tobias and Jimmy, maybe these people are desperate. We don't know.
You might have a point.
I have a question, Vern. This might be a better question for your son, but has there been any breach in the wire fence around the vineyard?
Yes, they definitely cut through the fence to steal the baskets. Yes, it looks like it was cut with a sharp blade of some kind.
And the footprints, they lead west?
Yes, west out of the western end of the gate, where the breach was.
Well, I think we know where we need to start.
Very well. Is the price okay?
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah.
Very well. He rings a bell, and Yusef comes in, crosses his arms, and he looks annoyed. He's like, Yusef, will you take them out there and show them where the breach was? And he just kind of nods, and he's like, yeah. Follow me.
Is he gonna give us that map, or is it just a map that he's got?
Oh, would you like to take a copy of it?
Squawky nods. Squawky likes maps.
It's just the easiest way to get someone to come to him. It's not like he has a cell phone and be like, hey, you can come in now. Yes. So he's like, here you go. And hands you the map, and you can use your forgery kit to make a copy. Dexterity or intelligence, whichever one you want to use.
You said wisdom or intelligence?
Dexterity or intelligence.
Oh, Dex or intelligence. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, dexterity's better.
Okay. Again, you're not like being rushed or anything, and it's not like it has to be a great. It's a pretty good copy.
Yay for being a Kinko.
I mean, it shows it shows the chateau and the compound and the warehouse buildings. The warehouse buildings are marked like it's like this is where the grapes go for storage, which is right next to a warehouse that says it's where they stomp the grapes, turn it into mush, and then the next building is for straining all the grapes and getting the excess skin out and cleaning it up. And then it goes into the fermentation process in the next building, and then the storage building after that's like barrels, wine, finished product. And then there's one more warehouse that's kind of near the front gate, and it's also labeled as wine, finished product, but like it's different. It's a different building. And then there's a gate to the west. And the vineyard, there's a lot. There's quite a bit of land that is grapes. And it's all fenced in by wire fencing. So we're talking like a couple hundred acres probably. Yusef's like, yeah, you guys ready to go?
I think
I'm
so.
ready.
Squawky
Alright.
will nod, more just kind of checking out his map, like, yay, new map.
All right, let's get out of here. And he leads you through the vineyard. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you guys have ever been to a vineyard in real life, it's very, very pretty here. And so yeah, and the people, they just kind of wave at you as you go by. They stop and very friendly halflings, except for Yusef. Yusef's just a kind of a dick. he's like telling you guys to hurry up, but you all have longer legs than him, so technically you would outpace him because his movement speed is 25 feet and everybody else is 30. And he's just like, he's leading you guys, but it's like, you're following a little person through the vineyard. Eventually, you come.
Yeah.
You're like, go faster, escort quest, go faster.
He's walking slightly faster than we walk, but slower than we run, and so you gotta like.
You're right.
Oh, I hate it.
That is making me cringe so hard. It's the worst.
All right, yeah, and you make your way to the western end, and there's here that like you can see all the footprints around. You can see the cut fence, but there's not anything else besides that really. So he's like, "Here you go. I'm heading back."
Oh,
We could
At the
try a
sh-
bell.
At the he just turns and walks away.
thank you, sir.
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah. He seems like a pissed off halfling.
Less.
Okay. All
He
right.
was quite the charmer.
Give me an investigation check for whoever wants to investigate the footprints.
I would.
Certainly help.
I'm a ranger, so hopefully I'm good at this.
Investigation? Well,
So
one
helpful.
of you was going to roll. I don't need all of you to roll.
Oh,
Everybody roll.
But Yoki was investigating, and I'm pretty sure I heard Jack say he was going to help.
Yes.
Okay. So with advantage, you roll the 20. Yeah. You can tell you've never seen these footprints before, but you can tell where they're going. You don't know what creature made it, because you don't have that knowledge. Well, I guess give me a history check to see if you would have recognized these footprints. It's going to be a relatively high DC. Okay. No, you don't recognize the footprints. But they lead off into the jungle, and you can track them pretty easily. Now that you have the track, now you're like, oh, this is the way they went.
Can we piece together roughly how large the creature is into a sort of category of small, medium, and large?
Yes,
perhaps
they look like they were made by about a medium-sized creature, and the footprints are webbed.
Do these appear to be Kuatoa tracks? That is
Maybe.
one of my favorite enemies, is why I'm asking.
You're asking out of character.
It's more just if it's one of Squawky's favorite enemies, so can he recognize these as Kuatoa tracks?
Is it?
Yeah, he's got human and Kuatoa.
Of course.
very specifically.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, they are Kuatoa footprints. You cheater McCheaterson.
Hey, no. You and I both talked about his favorite enemies, and these were the two that we had assigned. So yes, he has human because that's most of the East Empire trading company, and then Kuatoa because they're creepy fish people.
Wow.
Yes, you do recognize that they are Kuatoa footprints.
How do you spell Kuatoa?
Kuo-TOA. Which is crazy because nobody has seen one in hundreds of years. Not hundreds. God, 20 years? 20 years or so. Since the last Kuatoa was seen. If
guess who's really good at tracking these motherfuckers?
go ahead and so go ahead if anybody who wants to roll a history check to see if you know about the Kuatoa. Why not? Okay. Two.
Ooh.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I did not take the Kuatoa course.
Do you want to roll, Squawky? $16. Yeah. So
He
basically,
doesn't like
Squawky and Yoki know that about 20 years ago, the Fish King attacked a country on the southern end of the continent called Borgin. They were trying to take that country for themselves, and the heroes there drove they fought a war with the Kuatoa and then drove them back into the sea, and that's the last time anyone's seen one.
Oh, is this the other campaign? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I believe
yes.
It's the same world.
It's the same world.
Oh, I was trying to find the map. Okay, here it is. I found it.
The country of Borgin is the country that the other campaign's in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But this war happened before. This is just lore. So Yoki remembers reading about it in a book somewhere. Squawky knows about it because he studied these creatures, and he's like, I hate these things. I'm not sure why they're his favorite enemy, but considering I think he might not be old enough to have actually ever met one.
No. I think it was more just like, the humans was because it was East Empire, and it's like, yeah, I hate those. What else are we going to really run into? Fuck it, Kuatoa are gross looking.
Yes. So you have studied them extensively, and you're like, man, if I ever fought one of these things, I would really know how to do it.
Squawky's gonna go Kuatoa.
Well, so Yoki didn't recognize the tracks, but you know what they are from the you know that they haven't been seen in like 20 years. So when Squawky's like, "Oh, these are Kuatoa tracks," you're like, "Oh, they haven't been seen in like 20 years since the war." You know what they are because he says he recognizes the tracks. He's like, "Oh, I've studied these creatures extensively, and look, this is how their feet are." And yes, they lead into the jungle.
Wait, so do they not live in the water?
They
we're on an island,
live in the water and on land.
Ah, okay.
Amphibious.
They are amphibious critters.
Well, I guess this tracks seem simple enough to follow. I don't mind leading the way if everyone else tries to stay as quiet as possible. I'll go ahead of
Aye,
a
sir.
few feet and see if we can
Go
find
ahead
where they're holed up.
and give me a survival check to follow the tracks through the jungle.
And
You sure
this
you
is
don't
where
want
we get lost.
Oh shit.
7. Yeah, I mean Jack's leading the way, and after about 10 minutes, he's like,
Oh no.
and he seems to have lost the track.
Squawky's gonna go. Maybe
Squawky.
I should take the lead, Jack.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Favorite
Where did
enemy
we see
and
the
all that.
track list?
So you backtrack about 15 feet, and you're like, okay, here was where I lost it. Like, where did they go from here?
You want my survival check?
Yep. 11. I mean, yeah,
That was
you
supposed to be with advantage.
Well, then roll again.
Roll better.
16. Yeah.
Good job.
You're like, oh yeah, this is where Jack lost the track, and he's like, oh, and Squawky's like, I feel like Squawky's like, he's tracking like since he's kind of are you small or medium? Not that it really matters, but like you're like he's like got his like
he's 4'5", so he's pretty.
He's got his like
short.
face to the ground, and he's just like walking, and his like arms are behind him, like he's like almost like how a bloodhound sticks its nose like on the ground, and I'm thinking like the fox and the hound when they're like tracking the fox, and he's just like got his face on the ground sniffing. It's like Squawky. He's like bent over, walking with his face like right next to the ground, so he can see the tracks and like the pieces of branches that have been broken as they pass through the jungle. And he's doing his quirky, like, his bird movements.
Bird walk.
And yeah, you travel through, and Jack is like pretty up there with Squawky, and he notices something up ahead.
Squawky on the shoulder. Squawky, what's up? Look there. What do I see?
You see a clearing in the jungle that has a small pond. Let me hold on. This button right here. You see a clearing in the jungle. You guys are coming up upon it. And I need everyone to make a stealth check. It's a group stealth check. Okay. Got
2 failures. 3
2 aids.
Two failures. 2 failures and 3 successes. Because Blue rolled a 20. A dirty 20. Jack rolled a dirty 20. Yoki rolled a 21.
I was thinking Blue actually had disadvantage, but he's not wearing heavy armor, so.
No, he's not.
Phew.
Oh, it just rolls with advantage, so I don't have to turn it off and on.
Fair.
So, yeah. I guess give me a stealth roll for Cyanrath too, if he can roll skill checks. It might just be a dexterity dex check. 15. Okay, that's a success. You guys find yourselves, everybody ducks and gets down. Blue just like gets behind a tree that's big enough to hide him, and he's like, "I'm good here."
Yeah, just a little bit more to your right. Ah, perfect.
And yes, you guys are currently hidden from view.
Can we see these two to our far left?
Not yet, nope.
Okay. So we just see the ones around the pond?
Yes. And you can see the baskets of grapes that they stole. It looks like they stop here. They're splashing like water on themselves to, get themselves wet again. They're drinking water.
That's a long ways away.
Makes me glad I've got that 120 with my boomstick.
After a moment of contemplating what you guys are going to do, you can hear a branch snap off to your left. Or Jack can.
There's more to our left. Let's try and take them down quietly. I'm gonna try and sneak up to the left.
Walkie looks at his fucking musket, slightly confused on how he's supposed to use this quietly.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Go ahead and everyone just roll initiative so that we're kind of in turn order to gotta click on your token first.
I think I'm going first.
Yeah, with that nice
with a 32? Yeah, probably. Yes.
Not exactly the moment I wanted to roll a nat 20.
Okay, so that one's...
I would say I can think of worse moments to roll a nat 20, but at the same time, it's like, it's a nat 20. They're kind of always good.
And then this one...
Yeah, but like, I could have rolled an 8 and I'd still be going first.
These ones...
True.
And then... Sorry, there's 3 different mob types in here, so I had to roll initiative for...
Ugh. Make a complicated encounter.
I know, right? How dare I? Do that. Okay. And let's see. Descending. Oh. All right. Yeah. Jack's first. You're currently stealthed.
Okay. So there's a 30-foot of the movements. I heard them. Do I know like specifically where they're at now?
Give me a perception check to see if you can see them through the jungle trees.
Perception.
11. I mean, you know where they're at because you've heard them moving through that, but you haven't got visual on them yet.
Okay.
It's a little too dense of trees and brush here.
Think what I can do. Can I like dash and stealth since I'm a rogue?
Well, you're already stealthed.
Okay.
You can use your dash action to the bonus action to dash. You could also use your regular action to dash.
You could also do both.
Rogues can do the triple movement thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move there, and then ready. So I'll bonus action dash, and then use my regular action to ready an attack if with my rapier if anything comes within melee distance.
Okay,
Any enemies.
So you're kind of close now. How like there is jungle brush here? Are you like ducking underneath it? Are you like lying down?
Yes, as best I can.
Like, are you trying to lie down, or are you trying to just like crouch and hope they don't see you?
Crouch and hope they don't see me.
Okay. All right. Well, the next turn is the Kuotoa Whip, who is by the pond, so he's not really part of this right now currently, and so Katris is next. You are also stealthed, even though you failed. It was a group check, so everybody was sneaky.
So, do spells make a sound when you cast them?
Depends on the spell.
Okay.
You also have to. Some of them have a verbal somatic, so you have to say
Right.
the spell.
Okay.
And unless you have like, it's like sneaky spell or something that you can do as a sorcerer.
Spell.
Yeah, that allows you to cast it quietly.
It's
It's pretty loud.
Okay.
You have to speak out loud to cast it.
Okay.
If the spell does not have a verbal, you can do it quietly. Like if it's a somatic, you just do the hand symbol
Okay.
and cast it that way.
I do have one like that. So I'm going to scoot a little bit closer here.
If you cast like a fireball that doesn't have a verbal somatic, and it just goes, I'm pretty sure people are going to notice.
Oh, I forgot. What am I? 40? 30.
Most people have 30 unless you have something that increases it, like a monk.
Or you're an actual elf.
Half elves can get it too. They can go 35 feet.
Oh.
They have like options. When you take
Oh.
half elf, you can pick like one of like 4 options.
Sorry, wrong button again. Okay. The only spell I have that's not verbal, I can't reach, so I'm gonna have to sit tight for now.
Okay. So now it's Kuotoa's turn. They're not really like, they're just kind of patrolling, so they're not moving their full movement there, but they get closer. They're not alerted to your presence yet. At least I'm pretty
talking
sure
at
they're
all?
not. No. They're just patrolling. Their passive perception is not bad, but you guys are good. So now the monitor, but he's over there by the pond. Blood is just gonna stay. He's like, I will wait for my more sneaky friends to do things. And so it's Yoki's turn. Okay, to do what with your action?
Your Eldritch Cannon will stay, kind of like Cianrath does, until it either dies or you dismiss it. And then if you give it legs, it can follow you around.
Well, you could have had Blood carry it, or might have been able to fit it on one of the carts, because the cart didn't have room for a huge snake, but a small cannon probably. Okay. Okay. Squawky's turn. Yes.
Squawky's just gonna move
Everybody
a
is
bit
still
closer.
stealth from their global stealth roll. It's the next turn that you guys will have to start rolling stealth to move. And those will be individual checks. Sorry, Zach, what was that?
Squawky's gonna move here. Can I hear any of the Kuatoa talking?
Not from where you're at, no.
Can I see that these guys up here are talking?
Give me a perception check, I guess. $13. It's hard to tell. You're still pretty far away. They're making noise, but
Yeah,
not
I'm just
necessarily
gonna-
talking right now. I don't know what their language is.
They know Undercommon because I
Undercommon.
share a language with them. So I'm
Gotcha.
probably the only one here who knows what they're saying if they talk.
I was like, I can read their lips, but it doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit here. I'll ready an action to shoot a Kuatoa if combat starts.
Okay. Jack's turn.
Oh boy. So if I want to move stealthily, I will.
Between the two of them and pickpocket both of them.
And that's it. I'm just like, yeah, I got my coins. So in order to move, I need to roll my stealth first. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The meow of protest.
So bonus action stealth.
Okay. Well, it's not a hide. You know, you didn't have to use your bonus action to do that.
Oh.
Because you're already hidden. It's just whether you stay hidden. Because all of you are hidden right now. But if you make noise with your stealth check, you're not hidden anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so you like creep up right next to him
and try and get a stealth attack on him.
Okay.
It's gonna be this, and it's gonna be that, and it's gonna be those, and
all right. Yeah. I mean, you get up. You got your. Do you have a rapier? Do you have a cutlass, like for flavor?
A rapier.
It is a rapier. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you just like. He comes up against you, and you just. And he goes. Ah!
Is he still alive?
He is absolutely still alive.
Yeah, I figured.
But you stabbed him like up through his gut and into his lungs, so he makes a sound, but not loud enough to like alert the ones to the north. Although the one to his right immediately realizes his friend just got stabbed. So, but it's not their turn yet, so we haven't initiated like.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's all cat.
Okay.
How far did I move? 25 feet?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I moved 25. It's not really gonna matter. I'm yeah, I'm done.
Okay. The whip is up. Hasn't noticed yet. So Catrus's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to sneak snonk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Didn't sneak or
you think you're sneaky?
Okay, I'm gonna come here and cast Ice Knife.
Okay. On which one?
I'm gonna aim for the one that's by Jack.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna cast it as a twin spell too. I know Ice Knife. The other guy's not close enough for it to use the secondary damage, so I'm gonna cast it as a twin spell.
Okay.
Ready action.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, 25 to hit? Yeah. So you just does this have a is this a verbal spell?
No, this is my only one that's not verbal.
Okay, and it's just semantic?
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty dope.
So you just an ice knife apparates in your hand as you clutch your pendant. You just and that one just takes it right between the eyes, right over Jack's shoulder, falls to the ground. Which one is my okay? That one is dead. The other one definitely has seen his friend die.
Do I need to roll again?
To hit him? Yes.
To hit him? Okay.
It's a separate attack. 21 to hit. So like you chuck it and it splits. The knife splits and that one hits that one in the forehead, and this one slams into the shoulder of the other one, and it cries out in pain.
Okay, and that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, now it's the Kuotoa, which is this guy is in that, and he just starts shouting, "Ah! Ah!" And now everyone else is alerted.
Now that everyone else is alerted, can I take my ready to action to shoot a bitch?
Yeah.
I will shoot the one down there by Jack.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's like I swear Zach like somehow has hacked roll 20 because he rolls more crits than I've ever seen anybody ever roll. Anyway, since you were like waiting, you were just like set up like on a tree branch, just all steadied, waiting. He lets out a cry, bang, right through his head, and
That's
blows
so
brains
badass.
out the other side. Well, brain shot kind of kills anybody, but yeah.
I know where his brain is located though, because they've got weird
head?
heads. Well, they've got weird
That
heads,
is
so I mean, it's like where it's.
Okay. No one else held an action really. So now it's the monitor's turn, which is this one. Let's see. What can he do? He is not the spellcaster. Okay. Yeah. You're still hidden from your last round because you haven't tried to move with a stealth check again. So they don't know where you're at. They just know that they a shout of alarm just happened. So they're on their way now. What's his movement speed? 30 feet. Okay. Oops. 30. All right. So this one Kuoto comes rushing from the pond.
Blindly into the trees.
Well, he hasn't reached the trees yet. And now it's Blue's turn. And he's like, oh, this shit is on. 5, 10, 25, 30. He's gonna double move.
What if he tried stealthing? Because that would be hilarious.
But he's not. That's not who he is. That's not his way.
That's true.
The alarm's been sounded. A rifle's been fired, so they all know where Squawky is.
I'm imagining
like Kronk in the Emperor's
like
New
Kronk.
Yeah.
And now it's Yoki's turn. Yeah. 12 to hit. What's his? No. Okay, so you sight down your newly created cannon, and you're just like, it fires the full force energy out, the magical force energy, and flies past the Kuotoa, and he's like, and he spots you, and but you have your cannon in your hands. Yeah, but the tiny one's still both hands. It says in one hand?
Yeah, the tiny one says you can hold it in one hand.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense to me, but that's what the rule says. So, Swanky's turn.
Alright, does Squawky know, since these are his favorite enemy, if there's a big difference between any of these Kuotoa?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything special about a specific one?
Yeah. The one that's rushing at you, let's see. What does he he's got, he's bigger than the other ones, and he's got a hooked claw-like spear item in one hand, and then he is holding a hooked like a fishing hook that's big, and it's attached to a line that's on his belt in his other hand. This one up here that's different than the others is holding. Oh, it's all the same picture. Cool. He's that one looks like the leader. It's wearing like a little different like headdress that denotes that is probably, and it's holding an arcane focus. It looks like a staff.
All
The
right,
other ones just
so-
look very simple, and they're holding. What weapons do the regular ones have? They're holding a basic spear.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Cianrath to go after the big red one, and then I'm gonna shoot the one that's a spellcaster.
Okay.
And I will let my favorite enemies know that he's a spellcaster.
Okay. 13 does not hit.
Damn. And then Cianrath's turn.
Jack's turn.
Wait, 15, 20, 30. So I move here. Do I need to hide again if I don't want this guy to notice me?
Yep. Because combat has been initiated. It's no longer sneaky, stealthy rounds, so you would have to use your bonus action to hide. Or, no, you're already hidden, so just stealth to maintain the hide.
Okay. I was mostly curious if I had to burn an action because I'm trying to utilize.
10. You do notice that as you
Oh.
kind of like you're creeping through the brush, his eyes spot you and follow you to where you stand.
Well, yeah, all right. I'm gonna bonus action dash over here next to Yoki and ready an action to stab him when he comes into range with my rapier.
Okay. Yeah, they have a decently high passive perception.
He's probably not going to make it into range, but that's fine.
Okay. So now it's the whip's turn.
Ah.
Let's see. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 30.
And then he casts Fireball. And we all cry.
Nope. It's not in range for that. He is in range for that. So you see him like he mutters. Well, hold on. Yes. He mutters some words, pulls out a piece of parchment and holds it out, and it kind of just, and then you see this very quick glow around this guy, and then the glow goes away.
Great.
And I don't think he has a bonus action to do. Hold on. Oh, did I already mess up? I think I already messed up. Oh well. It's Katra's turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at Magic Pants here. This guy. I'm going to cast it as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
Fuck me.
You fire off your Chaos Bolt. What are the elements? 6 and 6. So you get one option.
Poison.
Poison. Okay. As long as it's not fire, you should be all right.
What number is fire?
Now, if I roll both of the same numbers of d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to within it. But because I didn't hit him, it doesn't leap. So okay.
So you fire off your Chaos Bolt, and it just becomes this poisonous glob of ball of poison, and just and the Kuoto is like, and it just splashes on the ground behind him.
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. All right, it's the regular guys' turn. So 30. Okay. As they kind of just rush in. This one gets close, and he turns and he sees you, all three of you standing there. Yep. 12. You're just like, you were waiting, and you see him rush up, and you're like, and he just, pretty sure he has a, yeah. Sorry, they're holding a spear and a shield. I forgot to say that when I said you were looking at him, and he just, the bullet slams into his shield. 12 does not hit. That's their turn, so now it's the monitor's turn. 5, 10, 15. Does he have anything ranged? Nope. Okay. So he's just going to double move. Now it's Blood's turn. He's going to be like, yes, time to smash. He's going to run up. He's got flanking with Katris. Going to swing his axe. 18 does hit for 11 points of slashing damage. He carves into the back of the bigger Kuoto, and it just turns. I mean, it looks up, and it's like, oh, you're big.
I'll have Cianrath use his reaction on that attack to give him that d6 extra damage. Hey, there we go.
This time he breathes on his axe, and you can see that actually, like, Kuoto is like smoking a little after that. He's like, oh. He's like, ah. Now it's Yoki's turn. 8. You just right into his shield again. Okay. Well, there you go.
Ouch.
Yay!
And you're like, okay, so you fire off the flintlock, but then you like sight down, slams into him. From you, so here. Okay. Okay. Squawky's turn.
Yeah, Squawky's gonna fire off another round of his boomstick into the magic user.
Okay. 16. Yeah. And you just
And then after that, Sandrat's just gonna run up and bite that other fish that he told him to bite.
which one? Oh, that one? Okay. 18. Yep. So Nom for you bite him on he bites him on the ankle and it's just like kicks Cyanrath off.
Yep, and that's all she wrote for Squawky.
Okay. Jack's turn.
Gonna step 15 feet up here, and I'm gonna stab this dude in his face.
Are you going around the threatened square of the other Kuatoa?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll have to go around. So it'd be 5, 10.
It's still 15 feet.
15.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You kind of like go through the brush, and he sees you, and he's ready, and you just like knock his shield aside, his spear aside, and then just straight through his jaw up into his brain.
Yeah, got him. Bonus action hide.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Damn it. You think you're hidden.
I hide like blood. Good. I'm done.
The whip's turn, so oh man, decisions, right?
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
He's gonna
holding
cast
up the branch.
He's gonna cast Bane on Jack, Yoki, and Katris.
So my branch didn't work.
I need you guys to make a Bane is a charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
Bane is a pain in the ass too.
What's his spell save DC?
Did I get there? It's probably better than a 12.
Okay, so Jack is baned.
Damn.
Yoki is baned. Katris made the save.
Bane is the opposite of bless, right?
You take a D4 off of your attack rolls and off of your saving throws. Little poison symbol means you are baned.
I wonder if this is gonna work.
I think there's a universal box that you can do like bless.
Yep. I just added Bane to it, and I'm curious if putting a minus sign in front of the 1d4 will actually roll the negative.
It should, yeah. He doesn't have any bonus actions, so now it's Katris' turn.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a twin spell Ray of Frost on him and him.
Okay.
This is for the one right next to me.
25 to hit, yeah.
2. And then this is for the other guy, the magic
18
guy.
also hits.
Big numbers.
I know.
Cantrips
Well-
for the win.
Well, the crazy thing about that cantrip is Bane is a concentration spell, so
Oh.
he has to. Oh, he's good.
Oh.
Rolled a 19 and a 20, so yeah, he's good. Yeah, so you just you clutch your pendant and like you hold your fingers like horns. You know, the woohoo, go Texas! And a freaking ray of frost fires from each one and slams into each of the targets.
And I can't move. Well, I mean, I could, but I don't want to move, so I'm staying put.
Okay. Now it's the regular Kuotoa, which there's one left. 1, 2, 6. And he's gonna just go nuts and go right here, because that's all he's got. Now it's the monitor's turn, and he's going to just go ham on Catris, who's right in front of him. He's gonna try to bite you. 16 to hit.
I'm gonna bring up my shield so that it saves me.
How many first level spells do you have left?
I have 2. Oh, 1 now.
You used Ice Knife and 2 Chaos Bolts. How many do you have?
I cast one of the Chaos Bolts as a level 2 spell.
Oh.
And then missed.
And then I missed.
So, shield, which I'm assuming makes him miss.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That puts my AC at 20.
And then he sees you cast shield, so he's going to turn around and smack Blood. That's the wrong character sheet. This one. Here we go. He's going to punch Blood a couple times. Why is it not rolling his damage? That option should just be on at all times. So it's for 5 points of damage because I just take the average when it doesn't roll. He just punches Blood in the thigh, and he's like, ow! He's gonna punch him again. Oh wait, what? Oh, never mind. He misses because I forgot I made Blood an actual character sheet, and he has more than 11 AC, which is what his AC used to be.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's gonna punch him again. Ties the So yeah, he just misses 3 times. Oh wait, no, he has advantage against Blood. The first one did hit then and he does lightning damage? I didn't read that part. Oh, 5 regular and 3 lightning damage, and can't take reactions, so Blood did take the 8 damage from first attack, and then 10 damage from second attack. Ouch! Because he's flanking with the other Kuotoa, that's why I moved him there. Now it's Blood's turn, and he's like, my turn. He's going to swing his Great Axe. But he's going to the Kuotoa just nimbly steps to the side, and he slams it, stay still! So he hits the freaking big old chunk of sand, goes. And now it's Yoki's turn. Okay. Okay. Well, minus a D4, yeah. So it's a miss either way. That flintlock's not been great. You critted the spellcaster. 18, so even if you roll a 4, you're fine. So you do hit him. And he has to make a concentration saving throw. He's fine.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, sure. He got up and cast Bane. He's fine now. It's Bane's only got a 30-foot range, so we had to get nice and close to get it on everyone. Now it's Squawky's turn. I assume, right? Are you done? Jordan, Yoki done? Okay. Squawky's turn.
Alright, yeah. Squawky's just gonna shoot the magic man.
Secret magic man. Yeah, 20 hits.
And then I'll get that extra something from Sianrath, just because I want this guy dead. 6 damage, woo! Tell me he had
Yep.
1 AC or 1 hit point left.
Nope. But he does have to do this. He's good.
Alright, and then Sianrath's just gonna bite the big guy.
Okay. No, 15 does not make it. You see Sianrath bite towards the big guy, and then that shimmer you saw earlier appears, and he slams into it, and he kind of bounces off and shakes his head.
Bastard.
Yeah. Cleric spells, man. And I assume you're done? Squawky?
What?
Are you done?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Jack's turn.
Okay. I'm going to sheathe my rapier and take a shot at the spellcaster with 2 flintlock pistols.
Okay. You definitely aren't hidden, so you don't get sneak attack.
Yeah.
You hid last turn, and so is that a 16 with the -1, or is it 15?
I think it's a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rolled a 10.
Still hits.
Okay. Does he have to take the concentration check now or when I'm done shooting?
It's per hit, so it would be now. He fails. Bane falls.
Yay!
Bane
My
falls off.
offhand shot is normal.
Nicely done, Jack.
I already moved the turn on, but that if you have something else you can do.
No, that should be it. I was trying to think. No, I don't really need to move.
Okay. It's the whip's turn, and you hear him go, retreat!
This hoppy bitch.
No, come back.
He's bleeding heavily. So now it's Catrus's turn.
Is he hidden in the water there, or like partially hidden?
He has partial cover because he's in the pond. So he has like half cover, which I think is what, +2, +4?
It's
Partial cover is +2.
Yeah.
All partial cover? I thought like there was like quarter and half and 3/4.
I thought it was partial. Oh wait.
Or am I thinking a different rule set?
I don't
No,
remember.
there is a step above partial cover that's like a +4. It's like 3/4 cover or something.
Cover. Half cover is +2 AC. 3/4 is +5.
Yeah.
So he's half cover. He's got
Half cover. Okay. Well, I'm angry, so I'm gonna cast a Chaos Bolt level 2 at him and hope
Okay.
it don't bite.
16 does it.
Sweet. Okay, so at level 2. Okay, first of all, the damage is we'll say acid.
Okay.
Because I feel like fire wouldn't do anything if he's in the water.
I mean, it would still hit him. It's just it's the most safe place to fire a fireball type spell.
Let's make it fire. Let's be adventurous. Okay. And so then when I roll it at a higher level, 1d6. Okay.
It's a moot point. You don't have to.
Oh.
He had 2 HP. So you're angry and you just chuck a chaos bolt after him, and and it it chain you can see it go through the element rotation and then becomes fire and slams into him as he's in the water and just chars the fish body and just face down in the water.
Bitch. Okay, I'm done.
He had 2 HP after Jack's attack, so he was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." So now it's the Kuotoa, who is also like, "Oh shit," and he just turns to run this way, but 5, 10, 15, 20. Blood's like, "Hey, where are you going?" and swings his axe at him. And crits him. So Blood's like, "Hey, where are you going?"
Christ.
Just a backhand swing, and just head just goes. That's right. So now it's the Monitor's turn, and he is fucking surrounded.
Mhm.
But you don't have a reaction, and he doesn't have a reaction anymore, so he's gonna run this way.
I don't have a.
So Katris, you can try to whack him with a melee weapon as a opportunity attack.
Sure, let's do it. Let's use my fancy longsword.
Mm.
This is why I'm a spellcaster.
I have a longsword. I have a longsword.
I have a longsword.
So he goes, okay, I'm gonna just kind of move the combat since we're on the edge of the map, like up here for now, so that I can kind of judge how far he gets away. So he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then he's going to sprint. So 5. And that's how far he is away from you guys. Blood's like, "Hey, where are you going?" His blunderbuss can't reach that far, so I guess he'll just get up next to him so he can try to whack him when he runs away again. Because I think Blood's got the same speed, or is he faster? No, same speed. Large creature has the same speed. Makes total sense.
You got them long legs.
Yeah, long, slow legs apparently. So he's pretty deep into the jungle now. So ranged attacks are going to be at disadvantage, just so you know.
Damn.
Okay. Well, you rolled with not disadvantage. So I guess I just need you to roll again. How does that work? Anyway,
Reasons.
he does take 4 damage as it slams into his back, and that pushes him 5 feet forward. You're helping him run away. I mean, you're already at disadvantage with the flintlock. You want to try to take a shot? But I mean, you're at disadvantage from this range and the fact that he's in the jungle, so you don't really lose anything, except for the bullet, I guess. But no, there's no such thing as double disadvantage. If you're already at disadvantage, you're already at disadvantage. You forget him that time, man. Damage. Nothing to scoff at. Always try to take as many of your actions as you can. That's why action economy is what wins this game. When it's like 6 guys versus 1 big bad guy, you have like 20 actions to his 1 or 2. Fixed to economies. Are you not going to follow? Go like 30 feet to try to stay within range. Okay. Squawky's turn. You are at disadvantage because he's in the jungle at this point. I know it doesn't look like he's that far in, but you guys were on the edge of the jungle and he's further in.
Alright, so since he's still in range, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move forward and then I'm going to shoot him.
I think Shield of Faith just stays, right? It's a timed spell, right? Oh, Nope, I had it wrong. That's a concentration spell.
Oh, so he had cast 2 concentration spells?
Yeah, my bad. I thought Shield of Faith was the one that just lasts an hour for +2 AC. I don't know what I'm thinking.
13 get there?
13 does not get there.
Yeah, and then Cianrath's still just gonna run after his dumbass.
Okay. Like Cianrath can't double move, can he?
Yes, he can dodge. He can dash. He can do everything.
But he only. But
it's just every turn, and unless I tell him to attack someone, he'll just take the dodge action. Unless I tell him what to do. But I've told him to kill that guy, so he'll just run at that guy to try and eat him.
Okay. Jack's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna start sprinting towards this dude who's running away, saying nope, 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 nope. And as I'm running, I'm gonna holster my rapier, holster my flintlock pistols, draw my rapier, and it's gonna be normal move, bonus action dash, normal action dash.
You don't want to try to get in front of him?
Oh God, what did I do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catrus's turn.
Okie dokes.
You were like, I have a longsword. I have a longsword.
Sorry.
Where are you going?
The right, was it here? Here? I think it was here.
It doesn't really matter. Porto is just trying to run in terror.
Nope.
As his team got freaking slaughtered.
Oh, yuck.
That actually would have helped, but you missed. You're like, I'm gonna get you. Ah, that's a tree. Plus, you're at disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
But
see if you get a nat 1, shoot Jack in the face.
Or Blued. Yeah, roll again.
Oh shit.
It's okay. You didn't crit fail, which would have zapped one of your friends, probably Cianrath, just to piss Zach off.
Hey, I mean, I can just summon him back. It's fine. Cianrath's expendable.
Your favorite pet is
like finds himself surrounded, and so he's not actually doesn't have a weapon. He has a bite attack and 2 unarmed attacks, but he's just and he just jumps at Jack to try to attack him because you're in front of him.
Oh yeah, that's what I got.
He's gonna bite you. 15 to hit.
Meets.
Okay, so no. And he's gonna punch you. 12 is a no. Punch you again. 9 is also a no. So you're just you're dueling him, and you're just no. You just poke him in the head with his rapier as he tries to bite you, and he's like, ah. Then you just parry his hands to the side as he's swinging his fists at you.
Imagining he's on the end of the rapier, just flailing at him.
No. Stop it. Now it's Blue's turn, and he's like, hey, I told you not to run away. And he swings his axe. 22 obviously hits for 13 points of damage. He carves into him. He's like, yeah.
I'll give him an extra D6.
Okay.
All these ones.
Hey man, you crit way too often, so it balances out.
True, I guess I can't complain.
You got it. It's got to balance out somewhere. So now it's Yoki's turn. He didn't really try to run away because he got absolutely surrounded this time. There's no way for him to go. Maybe he tries to run east, but that's not away from people. Okay. No, probably not. I think you're close enough now that the brush wouldn't really affect you. 15 does hit. Okay. Well, you've crit twice with that thing, so yeah. So you're You run up and you're like, and then the force just like slams into like his back, and he just like bounces off of like Jack, and Jack's like, whoa, and like he like kind of staggers and turns around, and you can see the force damage had like concaved his back and like crushed his spine into his like heart, and he just
What? Didn't expect to end the day with a sea creature laying on me with a crushed spine. We've done it! Well done, everyone. I guess we should gather up the merchandise and haul it back. Is everyone okay? Did we take damage?
Blue did.
You need a
He's like,
bandage, Blue?
he's like, ugh. Oh, I'm all right.
Okay.
He still has more health than all of you.
Low bar.
Yes, low bar.
Well, if you were
Yeah, I
feeling
think
all right.
Other than Blood, I think Squawky might be the tankiest person in the group.
Neat.
Okay.
Well, Blue, if you're feeling all right, do you mind grabbing a handful of the baskets?
Sure. He grabs 2 of them. They're too big for him to carry all 4.
Right.
Should we?
Yes. Give me an investigation check on their bodies.
Ooh.
Should we see if this is where they're just camped out, or if this is where they're living before we go, just so we know?
That's a good point. I want to check in the pond.
Okay.
While he checks in the pond, I want to check around the pond.
So which body were you going after, since they're kind of spread out? The caster one in the water? Okay. I mean, yeah, you see the charred, burnt corpse, because, you know, Catrix killed it with fire. And so you kind of drag him out of the water, go shuffle through his pockets. You find, you know, his staff that he was using. He has the staff it's kind of gnarly. It's got like a clasp thing on the end and a trigger on it that closes it. It looks like it's like a neck device, but it's got spikes on it. Like, so they put it on someone's neck and then close it, and it slams the spikes into their neck.
Oh my.
That's kind of just on the end of his staff. Other than that, you don't really find anything. They don't look like they have a lot. You find he's not wearing armor. He's okay. Yeah. You find his staff, and that's kind of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's called a pincer staff. If you want the damage, it's not really a damage item. He's a caster. It does 1d6 if you ever end up using it to attack someone. Okay. All right. Jack is investigating the pond. Roll an investigation.
This button.
15. It's a pond. You find a couple cool looking shells at the bottom.
Okay. They didn't have a treasure chest or something under here. What's the big thing?
No, it looked like they were just stopping off here to wet themselves up again to continue. I mean, you do notice, like with the 15, since you were inspecting the pond, that there are more footprints that head in the jungle, up into the jungle this way. It's just it's a small pond.
Okay. I'll relay my findings to everyone else.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything? I know people are distracted by kitty cats right now.
I will just kind of. Are we gonna go further north? See if we can't get
I
rid
think
of
we
all
should
of
at
them.
least get this merchandise back and
Mhm.
verify if there's still more missing merchandise. Rest up, and then does it look like it's gonna rain today?
Nope.
Maybe we can come back another day and look for their actual hideout. Find a more permanent solution to this problem. I'd hate to pack these baskets deeper
Do we
into the
want to
jungle.
mount their heads on pikes?
Would that benefit? Like, does it ward off the rest of their clan?
It would benefit me, but other than that, doubtful.
I don't think that's gonna help. Although you and Yoki seem to know more about these creatures than I do.
Zach.
I mean, yeah, if everyone thinks it's a bad idea, then we can go back and whatnot.
Okay, good.
I mean, Squawky wanted to because fuck Kuatoa, but I mean.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. Blue's got the other two.
Wait.
You guys are only about an hour into the jungle when you found these guys. So, you head back. You bring the 4 baskets of grape back. Some of them have been ruined, because they were just eating the grapes, and just not nicely. They were just shoving vine and all into their mouths, and just kind of squishing some of the grapes. So a lot of them are kind of ruined, but you brought them back, and you get back through the hole in the fence, and you travel back through the vineyard and to the compound, and you see Yusef's waiting for you, and he sees you coming, and he just kind of shakes his head, but he does see that you have the baskets.
Yusef, do you enjoy your time without us?
As we approach him, Squawky wants to make the sound of the bell.
Okay.
God damn it.
I mean, he just looks at you because he knows that his father uses that bell to summon anyone. So,
well, Yusef, do you happen to know where your father is?
yeah, he's in the house. What was it?
It was some sort of fish creature. Squawky, what were those things called again?
Kuatoa.
That.
Kuatoa haven't been seen in 20 years.
Interesting. Next time I need a history lesson on what tried to kill me, I'll be sure to look you up.
Did you happen to bring back proof?
You want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Squawky will have. How far out were we?
You're about an hour away.
About how long did it take us?
An hour.
Well, I'd rather go talk.
An hour to get to where you fought the Kuatoa, and an hour to get back.
Well, I'd rather go talk to
get there.
Vern first. It was nice talking to you, Yusef. Did you want to take care of these baskets?
I'll make sure they get where they're going.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, I'm gonna wipe some of the. I'm sure I've gotten a little bit of blood on me at some point because I stabbed a couple of dudes. So I'm gonna wipe some of the blood off of my clothing and then just like tap him on the shoulder with attractive.
I mean, you go to tap him on the shoulder and he just kind of slaps your hand away.
What? You don't want proof that we just fought things?
I mean, you could have stabbed each other for all we know.
All right, listen here, you little shit. You're gonna come with us. You're gonna come with us, and we're gonna show you the corpses.
I can't leave. What are you?
Kitchus, perhaps his father will be more reasonable.
My pa already said I couldn't go after him, dummy. That's why I hired you.
I'm this close to cursing this asshole.
He's the only asshole you've found so far. The rest of the people have been fairly nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading.
So weird.
I'm gonna start heading towards the.
He's
estate.
The chief of security. He's kind of got to be a hard ass. Okay. I mean, it takes you a minute because I think each casting of mending is a minute, and like each time you have to mend each wire, and there's like 10 wires, so it takes you about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Squawky will hang out with Yoki if everyone else wants to go to the house.
Yoki, I'll bring you back your share.
Like Yusuf kind of like follows you guys into the house.
Good help's hard to find.
Okay. You go inside and you find your teammates sitting in the waiting room for Vern's office.
Apparently, he's a busy man.
Apparently. He's standing off to the side. Oh, good for you. You wait about 15 minutes and then you hear the bell ding. He's like, you can go in now.
You sure that's not for you?
Asshats.
Oh, right. I'll head in.
You see Vern there. He's like holding the bell, and he was about to ring it again. He's like, "Oh, it worked. All right. You're back sooner than I expected."
Yeah, we encountered a group about an hour out into the jungle. They were
Protoa.
That's the one.
Ukatoa?
Those.
Oh. Are you sure? Oh, they haven't been seen in 20 years.
Yeah, your son mentioned as much. Unusual finds, but we put down about 6 of them.
You put down about 6 of them, or you put down 6 of them?
Exactly 6, about half a dozen.
Did you happen to bring one back?
We haven't yet. We did bring back 4 missing baskets of grapes, and I had actually meant to follow up with you. The half a dozen we put down didn't appear to have a camp at the location we found them. It's likely there are more out in the jungle.
Oh, that's disconcerting.
We'd appreciate some help tracking down, their home, perhaps, to a more permanent solution, perhaps.
Well, I don't have anyone I can spare right now, but I can. If you go find out where they are, I can recruit some fighters from the town. It will just take a couple of days. It'll take a day for them to get here.
Sure, we can head out on another scouting mission, I think. I'd look at everyone else for approval.
Well, I would consider this to be part of the original payment. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, surely a little extras in order for the extra trip into the jungle.
Give me a persuasion check. If you ended up fighting something, but you didn't bring back proof that you fought something, so
We didn't.
he's going to ask you to bring back proof that you fought something before he pays you the extra 1,000. He's like,
Yep.
I can see that. How about 1,500 now, and then if you can bring back a body that you killed, I'll give you the 1,000 for the hazard pay. Sound fair?
I think that's reasonable.
Okay. And he, counts out a pouch of 1,500 gold and hands it to you.
Thank you so much for your assistance, Vern. We will head back up and see if we can find out where these things live.
Very well. He goes back to he's got papers in front of him and like one of those what are those things called where it's got like the sliding
Abacus?
an abacus. Yeah. He's counting, he's doing numbers, profits and stuff like that.
Cool. I'll head back out and we can all split up the loot so we're not one person isn't just carrying 1,500 gold.
So you can get stolen from again, Jack.
Now, are we dividing that 1,500 by 4 or by 3 or 5? By 5?
I was gonna say 5.
Okay.
All right, so 300 each.
300 apiece.
All right. Blood's like, wow, I've never had this much money in my life.
Well, Blood, when the crew gets really small, there's not as many hands to divide up the loot among.
Awesome. I'm gonna buy so much food.
Don't forget to buy ale as well.
Oh, that's a great idea. You're gonna have to remind me when I go shopping.
I can do that, but
okay. You guys head back out to the break in the fence that you fixed and now have to try to figure out how to get around it.
Can we climb over the fence?
It's a wire barbed fence.
Oh, it's a barbed wire fence.
Like
you would have to go all the way around.
He's just undo the work.
He's like, yeah, I got it.
That'll show that prick.
I mean, Yoki spent 10 minutes to fix it and then was like, wait. Gotta go back through the hole. So yeah, it takes you about an hour. You get back to the pond. You don't run into anything along the way. And you'd already been there once, so you don't really have to go slow and track stuff. So okay.
One of us has a sack, right?
You can just have Blue carry it.
Okay.
Blue's like, yeah, here. And he just ties it to his belt. Doesn't care if it's just out in the open.
Squirky. Can you pick up a trail from here?
Yeah. Investigation to find the trail. Although, no, wait, Jack already found it. Jack found it with the 15. So you already know where the trail starts. So you would just go there and then survival check to track it.
Okay.
I think he already gets.
He gets advantage because it's his favorite enemy.
Yeah. So I'm
Rangers
really good at
Rangers are
tracking
very
stuff.
niche.
This is one of the few things I'm good at is tracking Kuatoa and humans.
Yep. Yeah, I mean 21. You the path is easy enough to follow. And you travel, another couple hours into the jungle before you come upon. You can hear the ocean as you get closer.
Sounds like home.
Okay. Well, it would have taken a whole day to get here.
It
So
was
about,
dusk when we arrived at the state.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
you
probably
guys,
would have had to have slept at the estate.
Yeah, that we kind of skipped that, didn't we? But yeah, you guys
Yeah.
would have slept and then left in the morning. So it's been, it was 1 hour to get there, an hour back. If you left at like 8 in the morning, then it's another hour. So it's right around midday, I'd say.
While we were at the estate, could we get like bullets from that guy?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll just say you asked for some ammo.
I've been keeping track of it, and I'm like, I really don't feel like being out here and running out of bullets. Granted, I constantly forget that I have a longbow as well. That probably could have come in handy with, not using the boomstick.
Oh yeah, you guys
quietly. I don't know. Use your bow.
I was looking at my character sheet, like, why do I have arrows? Oh shit, I've got a fucking longbow I could be using.
1,000 ball bearings? What?
Ball bearings are useful, man.
They are. Anyways, sorry.
So you find yourselves like on a cliff edge that leads down onto a beach. Well, you're on the edge of the jungle and you see the cliff edge. You haven't walked to the cliff edge yet.
But we can hear the ocean and see the ocean?
With your passive perception, you can hear a large number of things moving on the beach and making a lot of noise.
It sounds like there's quite a few things over that ridge there. We should probably approach it quietly.
Okay. Who wants to approach?
I do.
Squawky will.
Okay. Whoever wants to go, it's going to be. If everybody goes, we'll do a group stealth check. But if it's just a couple of you, individual stealth checks.
Oh, I'll go.
Oh, if everybody else could keep me going?
You have heavy armor on?
Wait, when did
Squawky has scale mail. I was looking at my armor. I was like, what do I got? I have scale mail. And for some reason, it wasn't calculating it in. But it's not heavy armor. It's medium armor, but I do get disadvantage with it.
Gotcha.
Like, I can sneak, clank, clank, clank.
You guys think you're pretty sneaky.
I mean, a 16's not too bad.
Okay. Blood stays back with Yoki because he knows he's not sneaky.
He rolled better than I did at sneak last time.
I mean, he gets a +2 as well. That's not sneaky.
And I'm not very sneaky with a 5.
Yeah, you guys get to the edge of the cliff. Luckily, nobody's really close. So the three of you peek over the edge, and you see an army. Quick guesstimation: there's probably about 1,000 Kuatoa on the beach.
Boy.
Oh damn!
And they're like setting up tents. They're setting up like defenses. They've cut down some jungle trees and are setting up like simple spike palisades. Like they're starting to get an encampment going here.
Shit.
How far away are they? Like, are they a decent distance away? Like,
yeah, probably around.
If
like
we're
about,
talking quietly, we're not gonna have to worry about it.
or so down onto the beach. It's pretty.
Oh,
you're pretty high up.
Okay.
And 1,000 people makes some
A
amount
lot
of
of
noise.
Yeah, they're making a lot of noise. That's why Jack could hear it from the edge of the. I mean, probably most of you could have heard it. I don't know what everybody. Yeah, 13 and higher. Yeah, you guys probably all heard it.
Guaki, can you jot down this location on your copy of the island map?
Yeah, I'll take out my copy of the island map and just kind of mark where we're at.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find on the map. The like cliff edge is pretty noticeable on the edge of the jungle.
Well, this is a problem. Let's go back and regroup with everyone else.
Do we want to take note of everything that's here? I'll take out like parchment, quill, my spyglass, and be like, I can.
Yeah, sure. If you could like paint a diorama of the scene as well, that would be just phenomenal.
I was thinking an inventory list of like what kind of gear they've got going on.
Right, that would be more practical.
If you want, Squawky, since you've got the spyglass, you want to dictate it to me, I'll write it down.
That works.
I suppose I have a spyglass.
Okay. I mean, like I said, you see about 1,000 Kuotoa. Most of them are carrying spears and shields, simple weapons. You see that they are working on, like I said, those defensive spike palisades. You can see off to the side, they've cut down some of the larger jungle trees, and they're like shaving points onto it and attaching like cutting handles into the side. Looks like they're making battering rams. There's also a large group making a couple. They've just started building them. They look like siege towers. But these siege towers, they don't have wheels. It looks like they're planning on carrying them and then setting them down and then climbing up them. But it's only like 10 feet of the siege tower has been made so far. So they're planning on attacking somewhere.
I mean, the place that makes sense to me is the town, more so than the vineyard.
That you don't see any firearms. You see a lot of bows, but you also see groups of them. They don't like just carry the bows on them. They're attacked a lot. There's a group of like, I don't know, 20 of them they have a bunch of bows and bowstrings, and they're like attaching the strings to the bows. Like they didn't bring them in bow form because underwater they don't work anyway. So they're they're making arrows. They're preparing for a siege. It looks like.
So with this about, can we get like a guesstimate on how many days we've got before they're ready?
It looks like, based on how quickly they're building, they've probably been here about 3 or 4 days already, and this is as far as they've gotten. It looks like they've built quite a few like defensive palisades, making the encampment first, and then they started working on the siege equipment. So like they're pretty entrenched here. You probably got about 2 days of them. Looks like you have about 2 days of them building stuff before they might move out.
Oh, we don't have.
That's not
And
a lot of
then
time.
couple hours for their army to get to the vineyard, and then a day after that to get to Broken Heights. So
We better book it back.
Once the inventory list is compiled, we'll go back to meet up with everyone and put together what's going on.
Blue's just sitting there with his axe in his lap, using a sharpening stone on the edge.
But I agree. I agree with Catrus. We should definitely make all haste back to the vineyard and collect the rest of our reward, and then back to town today and through the night.
Okay. Blue's like, "What'd you guys see?"
Lots and lots and lots of fish people.
Oh.
Yeah, more than even you can kill in a single day.
Well, I don't know how many I can kill in a single day. I haven't tried. I can count to 2.
Oh.
All right, now do that 2 times, and then do it 2 more times, and 2 more times. Anyways,
Okay.
back to the vineyard.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head back. An hour back to the pond, hour back to the vineyard. You get to the break in the fence that you created this time, and you head back towards the compound.
I don't know, Yoki. Should we leave the break? Should we? Yeah. All right. Back to the estate.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys head into the chateau, and again, you have to wait in the waiting room for a little bit.
Is the dude's son anywhere to be seen?
You don't see Yusef this time.
Damn it! I wanted to make the jingly noise at him.
Whoever has asked us to wait, I'm gonna tell them we realistically don't have time to wait.
Well, Vern's a busy man.
Yeah, I'm certain. In this case, there are lives at stake.
Too busy for an invading army?
We know where his office is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Squawky's gonna go, neat, don't care, and then just kind of walk into his office.
Okay. She's like,
No.
and
I'll get
just,
between him and Squawky.
And Vern's just like, well, he's working, and he kind of looks up over at you over his glasses, and he's just like, hello?
Squawky's gonna, have Blood come over and go, we saw a lot more. It looks like they're getting ready for something very bad.
Oh.
We saw siege equipment.
How many are we talking?
I got an educated guess of about 1,000.
1,000?
Yes, like 100, but with an extra 0 at the end. Yes.
What? There's 1,000 Kuatoa on the island? How is that possible?
When a mommy Kuatoa and a daddy Kuatoa love each other very much.
Wrong, mister.
Specifically.
Wrong, mister. I'm an expert on fish people.
We reproduce asexually.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know. More specifically, when you don't send out scouts and all you do is just sit inside of your fence, it leaves a lot of terrain unexplored. The town is no better. But yeah, realistically.
How long have they been there?
What did you say, Squawky? 2 or 3 days?
Looked about 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
Oh. Well, I mean, usually boats travel around the island, but I guess none have left Broken Heights recently, so people do spot these sort of things, but I guess they must have timed it correctly. Well, I'm going to need your help if that's possible.
We'll do what we can, but at this time our priority is warning the town.
Yes. That is what we will. What the plan is. But I also need your help in a different direction.
Go on.
Well, if they're planning an attack, the lizard folk clans to the north won't be safe. Also, the guardians of the Everfont won't be safe. Not from that many Kuotoa. We must all retreat to the city and defend there.
Do you have a way to communicate with the lizard folk, or do you need us to send messengers?
Well, I was hoping you could go see them and convince them to come back. To come to the city and protect.
An alternative. You're willing to sacrifice your vineyard, right? If you retreat back to the city, the vineyard is likely going to be destroyed by the Kuatoa.
You said 1,000.
Yes.
We couldn't defend this vineyard if we wanted to. my people's lives we can always rebuild.
Well, we as a group can head in a single direction. You've got how many guards do you have on the estate?
Around 30.
Certainly, you could split them up and send them out as a party to warn these other villages.
Yeah, the priests? Is that what you're saying?
The lizard folk and sorry, outside of baseball. The other ones were priests.
Yeah,
Who
the protectors of the Everfont.
Okay. Yes. Yes. The lizard folk and the priests. Yes. Or if you want to send one group back to town, since that's the direction you're heading anyways, we can head out and warn the lizard folk.
Well, like I said, I have 30 guards, but there's well over 200 people here. They would have to protect them on the trip back through the jungle. It's dangerous. Well, they're friendly with the town. Just speak to them in common and tell them that you're from Broken Heights.
I have an idea. Why don't we go to the lizard folk first, tell them they need to retreat to town. They've clearly got warriors. They can defend themselves on the way through the jungle. And then we escort the priests back to town, back to Broken Heights.
That makes Squawky, does that make sense geographically?
Like other going to pull out the map. And
lizard folk are directly north. The Everfont is east of the vineyard a little ways, so you could travel back through the jungle and travel through the Everfont and the priests that guard it and head back to town.
Okay.
You would skip you would skip going. Yeah, it would be like a loop. You'd head north and then loop back east a little ways and then head back to town. You wouldn't head back through the vineyard.
Are there roads to get to these places?
Not really.
Damn, because I was thinking we could snag some horses and that'd probably make this quicker.
All right. Well, then I agree with Catrus's plan. We'll warn the outlying villages as long as you gather up and head back to the city as soon as possible.
We'll start as soon as we're done here.
And the rest of our rewards, and perhaps even a little extra given the the scouting mission we're now undertaking and the gravity of the situation.
Come on, Jack. They're gonna lose everything.
Gonna make the sound of clinking coin.
No, Catrus.
Well, I mean, you could have tried to roll a persuasion, but she counteracted you.
She did. Yeah. Damn it. Let me be greedy.
He's like, I'm sure the town the city will pay you for your services if you need to be paid for this sort of thing. But I've already given you what I can spare for what I needed. I can't afford to pay you more.
Could you set up booby traps around the vineyard here to maybe put a wrinkle in their side?
Or maybe an IED or a landmine.
I wasn't thinking anything that crazy.
Wrong campaign.
Oh, right.
We can certainly try.
I mean, you guys have alcohol. I don't think any wine is high enough proof to actually catch on fire.
Don't waste too much time on it. It's more important to get people out of the vineyard and back to town.
I agree. Plus, if the people aren't even here, maybe the Kuotoa don't even attack the
vineyard. Maybe they just drink themselves silly, and then we can have an attack of opportunity.
Well, pray to the gods that you're so fortunate.
Oh, well. We'll see.
Did he already give us the 1,000 gold for...
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just take the last bit of our payment, and then Oh,
Be on our
so
way.
yeah, well then, yeah, we'll plan our expedition back into the jungle.
Very well, very well. And he hands you another pouch of 1,000 gold.
Cool. So split 5-way. We'll go out and split it
200
while
each.
discussing. Yeah, 200 each. Oh boy!
I can
So
upgrade my armor.
More money? What the?
Stick with
I'm
us,
so
Wood,
rich,
and we'll
guys.
have so much money you won't know what to do with it.
He already doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, I could buy the whole world.
Yeah. Yep. So all of it in one go. God, kitty stuff. Squawky. About how long will it be to? Do we know where these other villages are at?
I'll take out my map and then we can get kind of a guesstimate on how long it's going to take us to get to each.
You're probably about 6 hours away from the Lizard Folk village.
Figure we double time it there.
Yeah.
It'll probably be late, or we'll be tired by the time we get there. That's the only consideration I want to bring to light. We may need to rest either there, or perhaps we can force it to the priests and rest there. I'm sure they'll be more welcoming.
Well, why don't we head out and then when we get there, we can see if we need to rest or if we can move on and make it to the priest.
Okay. I guess that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
We'll head north.
Okay.
Assuming we don't need anything else from the estate. There's always something.
Okay, so if you travel at a fast pace,
Yes.
you guys can get there about an hour earlier.
Sounds good.
Wait, an hour and a half earlier. But you all take a -5 penalty to your passive perception.
Oh,
Mine
Too
becomes
much.
10, yours becomes 15. It's great.
Yep. You guys are rushing through the jungle.
All right, and we're off.
Yep. You guys are just kind of hustling. You know, for the sake of brevity, I don't have a combat planned for you guys traveling through this part of the jungle. So, takes a few hours, 4.5 to be exact. And you reach the edge of the Lizard Folk village. And as you start approaching, a couple of them come out of the jungle that you didn't notice because they were, they're the outer guard. And they're like, "Oh, strangers."
we come in peace, bearing a message for your tribe.
Who has sent you?
Vern Grape Lover.
Ah, yes, the grape lovers. Very well. Follow me. And he leads you down. They say the Lizard Folk village, but it's big. There's probably around 500 lizard folk here between their warriors and all the children and the women and children. So it's pretty decent sized. And they lead you through it's a bunch of huts They don't really have defenses. It's a bunch of raised huts that are on the beach. Stilted houses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And just a bunch of those, and they lead you to one that's bigger than the rest of them, and they climb up into it, and you guys can climb up after them.
Sweet.
And the guard takes you in, and he goes, "These are visitors from the grape lovers." And you see, an old, gnarled lizard folk just sitting there. His eyes are kind of look like they're starting to go, like he's squinting at you, and they look like they're kind of getting a little hazy, like he's he's old enough to where like he's starting to lose his eyesight. He's like, yes, what can we do for friends of the lizard folk?
Does Blood still have that Kuatoa head?
No, he gave it to Vern.
And he kept it?
I mean, it was proof that you guys had to get paid. I mean,
Right, I assumed he would have like looked at it and then be like, cool, get that out of here.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with he was like, cool, get it out of here.
That looked.
Because I was going to work under the assumption that
you guys still had it.
Still had it.
It's starting to get rank.
Yeah.
Because it's been hanging on his belt all day.
That's fair.
Getting a little fishy.
It already was.
Yeah, but I mean, like that
rank,
extra, like,
has gotten
fishy
way
stank.
worse. Yeah.
We come bearing a warning. The Kuatoa have returned in force.
I mean, like the sound of the here's the word, and like he bares his teeth. The other guards are like, like they're just natural enemies.
1,000 or more have gathered on the beach far to the west of here. Already
1,000, you say?
Yes.
That is troubling.
It appears they're preparing for an invasion or a siege of some sort. So Vern thought it would be a good idea to have y'all head to Broken Heights for the battle. You'd be safer there.
Will the city accept us?
They better.
You've always been on good terms with Broken Heights. Now, in this time of need, where everyone can benefit, surely they would welcome you and your support. After all, your town is not just civilians, but guards and true warriors that would help the city and yourselves in this time of need.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage, because Katrid's, 20 is pretty good. And he's like, your words, they seem wise. It will take some time, but we can evacuate the village.
We will try to go ahead, and truthfully, we have not told Broken Heights yet that you will be coming. We will try to arrive ahead of you and your people to make sure that proper accommodations are made.
We will take you in your honor. You traveled this far to warn us.
How's everyone feeling? To rest here, or can we head on?
I think personally, I say we head on, but I could also use a rest.
Well, I'm not feeling exhausted yet, so.
Yet is
All
the
right.
key word.
This is
Or-
true.
You haven't hit that point yet. You have done a lot of traveling today. And if you start pushing it is when you start getting the exhaustion points.
How
Yeah, I'd say it's probably around like 6:30 or so. Still light out. I mean, if you double time it like you did before, about 3 hours.
Okay.
I think we should move
You will
on.
start taking
Yeah.
exhaustion points probably once like you get to like 8 o'clock because you guys have been traveling a lot today.
Thank you so much for accepting us and your understanding. We must head out and warn other villages on the island.
Do you need anything from us?
Do they have giant lizard mounts that we could use to run through the forest on?
No.
Damn,
Damn.
that would be cool.
They do have other things though.
Oh God.
Anything to help us get through the jungle faster? A guide, perhaps, someone who knows the terrain very well.
Well, perhaps some of our scouts can go with you.
That would be very helpful.
That would help. Yeah.
He turns to the guard and he's like, gather the twins. He nods and he hops down the like ladder.
I hear you have scouts. Bow chicken that are twins.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Heard you have sisters who are twins.
I came here to lay some pipe.
Somebody call a plumber.
Sorry. Derailed campaign.
That's one of my favorite episodes of Red versus Blue. I can quote it from start to finish.
It's just a few minutes, and a couple of very, very live male lizard folks. They hop up the ladder very quickly and into the hut. One of them is he's got a very simple like barbarian harness, like the cross harness, and then he's got a dagger on each belt and like a short sword over on the back. That's all he's wearing. The other one is wearing like just a leather tunic, and you can see he's carrying a bow with a quiver full of arrows. And the leader's like, this is Sylar and Salazar.
Is Salazar's last name Slytherin?
Nope.
4 S's at the beginning of each name. 5 S's.
They've got 4 R's at the end because you're all pirates.
Arr. Arr.
Sylar.
Sylar.
Oh, nice to meet you too. My name's Katris.
Yes. Yeah, our names are confusing. You can call me Sai, and he is Zar.
Maybe use the first half, and the other one use the last half. And together you are Sizar.
Yes, correct.
Wonderful.
Well, ready to head out?
We
Yeah.
are.
We're good to go if you're ready to leave.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, you guys you begin your journey through the jungle. The two brothers are they scout ahead. They stay ahead of your group by about 200 feet or so. Just moving through the jungle quickly but quietly. It's kind of unnerving because like the way they move is just like it's impressive. Like how at one with the jungle these two scouts are. Like you know where they are because one of them like seems to like wait for you every few hundred feet, and like you don't see him until he's like right in front of you, and he's like this way.
You know, I hadn't really considered walking to be a skill, but 8 hours later, whew,
Yes, and you reach the point where it is past. You're pushing past your limits. The sun has begun to go down, and if you do not stop, you will take a point of exhaustion.
I'm I'm willing to push on.
I figured we could have a nice long rest until dawn at the font.
I mean,
That was my hope as
one
well.
level is only disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with pressing on.
Okay. You press on, and you still you get to the point where you're starting to just really feel it, and you know you're still about 30 minutes away, and if you know that if you press on, you're going to be even more tired.
Did you want us to take the exhaustion point or a con saving throw?
Just an exhaustion point at this point.
Okay.
At 2 or our speed is halved.
But at 2, we'll probably have arrived.
Yeah. But then it's a
So-
long rest to get rid of each one. So, that'd be
So
two
you're
long
so you're
rests.
looking at if you push through tonight, you will get the second point of exhaustion. You will take a long rest tonight and still have 1 point of exhaustion tomorrow until you sleep again.
Which we'll probably have a chance to sleep in town. In theory.
So
So
yeah, I'm
I'm-
fine with pushing on.
I'd like to push on as well.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't have any experience with exhaustion, so I will default to you guys on this.
So
Ow.
long as you don't get 6 points of exhaustion, you're technically fine. Because
when you
once
die.
you reach 6, you just die at 6 points of exhaustion.
Yes.
Got it.
I love the exhaustion tracker on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's what I've got on here.
Ain't
So
that the truth?
yeah, it goes disadvantage on ability checks, speed is halved, disadvantage on attacks, attack rolls and saving throws. Your hit point maximum is halved, and then your speed is reduced to 0, and then at 6, it's just death.
Oh no.
You have disadvantage on your attack rolls against other people?
Your health has been halved? Yeah, I know. I had like 60 years to live. Now it's down to like 30.
Yeah, so you push on, you gain that second point of exhaustion, and the brothers have to slow up because your speed's half now. So they're like, are you guys okay to continue?
Not really. We've been at this all day, like since dawn.
Well, we are almost there.
That's good to hear.
So yeah, it takes a little bit longer to finish the last leg because you have your movement, but you do arrive at the Temple of the Eternal Whispers. And you see just these warrior priest, warrior monk type people. There's a couple guards on duty. They're each one of them is carrying a two-handed weapon that has a long curved elven blade on each side.
I'm gonna like stumble up then panting. Just like point at the head that's tied to Blood's belt. Like Kotor, come back. There's 1,000 on the beach.
These two guards, they're wearing masks, so like you can't even see their face. But like they have like white robes, white steel breastplate, and then they're holding these weapons. And they've got hoods up, and one of them turns and walks inside. The other one just kind of stands there, silent guardian. He returns. The other guard returns a few minutes later, unless you want to say something.
Nope, I'm just gonna.
Squawky's gonna take out his water skin and just start drinking.
Okay.
Sit down on the dirt.
Blood's in the back, just like panting, like.
Oh.
He's like, Squawky, I need some dinner. The other guard returns, and you recognize the person that comes out. She came to the funeral. Her name is High Priestess Leiris of the Eternal Whispers. Her name is spelled Leiris. Leiris. She's not wearing a mask, and she's not wearing any armor. She's just wearing pure white robes. Her hood's down. She's elven, like pretty much all of them are. And she has blonde hair down her back to about her waist in a braid. Piercing green eyes. Very elvishly beautiful. When she comes... Yes. You know who she is. She came to the funeral. She paid her respects. And she goes, "Oh, my friends, I've heard that you have something to tell us.
Yes.
I hope you have had a moment to catch your breath. Please come inside."
Thank you.
And she, you see her call to a couple of the attendants that are, not currently like armored in guard mode. And she's like, "Quick, bring them some water. Some water from the Everfont." And they bring you jugs of water, and as soon as the water like touches your lips, you feel immensely better. Just the fatigue seems to like just drain from your body, and you're just like if you didn't if your eyes weren't drooping from the exhaustion, you would feel like you could go another like 8 hours of travel. And she's like, "There, hopefully that will help you deliver your message."
So mechanically, did that change anything, or are we just feeling better?
You just feel better.
Damn.
Like it's an illusion of feeling better over it doesn't cure the exhaustion, and you feel like you could travel another 8 hours, but you would still accrue more exhaustion.
Turns out it's
your
just
body,
a fountain of Red Bull.
Your body is tired. The water makes that pain go away and that the fatigue go away, but it's an illusion of the exhaustion leaving.
Some great coffee.
I mean, it makes your bones not ache. I don't think coffee does that. Makes your muscles stop hurting.
You're not drinking enough coffee.
You're clearly about the wrong coffee.
Clearly, I'm not drinking coffee. And so it's like 4:00. So end of session time. I feel like this is a great stopping place right before you warn the priests that they need to leave. So everybody's good. We'll just call it there for this time, and I think we'll be able to start playing again more often. I know it was like a month and a half since the last time, but yeah.
August 6th, I will be out of town for a family thing with Brad's family.
So that's 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
Well, we can play next week maybe, and then skip the 6th if people are okay with that.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, the only other work I get to do is when school starts up, but I mean that's Monday through Friday, so.
Yep. All right, cool. We'll plan on playing next weekend, and then take a week off and go from there.
All right, works
Sounds
for me.
good.
Cool. Thanks for playing, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Bye.